Oh, there we go. Okay, we're in the house. Oklahoma Sasquatch, Jamie, Hammer, Annie, DGS, Vitro Electric, CVV. What's up, buddy? Hey, Lorenda, good evening. How's everybody? How's everybody doing? We got 42 people in here. Nice. Dennis, good evening. Jay Beebs, how you doing, brother? How's everybody feeling today? Still good? Emerald Jeff, what's up, man? Emerald Jeff's an OG of mine. Don't forget the truth. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Sub has the boss. Gravy Seal, good evening, man. How you doing? I'm doing good. Mario, good evening. Chad, what's up, brother? Yeah, of course, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, anything you ever need, Chad. Don't hesitate to ask. A-Bomb, good evening. Harry Parrott. Yo, you're digging GME. Me too, brother. Nate Smith. Howdy. Nate the Great. Alex Jones was right. What was he right about? That we would be in Russia, that Russia would be in Ukraine by the end of February? Mike says power to the people. Chris Callis, good evening. AMC Kingfish, nice job on your video, bro. I was just about to go watch a new one right before we came on. I just saw you had uploaded another one. Ralph, good evening. You guys, AMC Kingfish did a video. He was actually featured in yesterday's video that I made. So didn't Chris. I have Chris's video. Fahad, yo, what's up, brother? Ape Island, Wolfpack, good evening. Mike, what's up, brother? Derek, I just got here too, don't worry. Lorenda says, Thomas James put out an interesting video and Tyler Wilson. What, they collabed and did a video, Lorenda, or they each did a separate one? They were both good. Mr. Ray, good evening. Up to 73 people, okay. Thank you. Pam and Paul, I don't know which one of you this is, but good evening. It was a great day, yes, I agree. Who am I usually answering, by the way, in the comments when you guys type? Is it Pam or Paul? Who am I usually speaking with? Mike says, power to the apes. The president is back. Nice, Mr. President. Richard, good evening. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, everyone's having a great evening with this price action. Jeffrey, good evening, man. How you doing? Yeah, if you guys remember to hit the like button when you come in, that would be great. If you guys remember. That would be excellent. Separate topics. Lorena is saying separate topics. One on leaked info and one on the gamma squeeze. Okay. Tyler Wilson. And who was the other one, Lorenda? Doc Zeno. What's up, brother? AMC Airman. After 32, it's all over. Yeah, let's hold 22 first, but I'm ready for that. That sounds good. Rob says it was a good day. Yes, it was. Doc is in the house. Coldwater is asking, why is 22 being spread as the shorts breaking point? That's a good question. Does anyone in the chat know what is the big deal about 22? I mean, I know it's a technical level, but what is the what happens at 23 that they can't handle? The extra dollar. Nick YD, what's up, brother? Thomas James, Ralph, thanks. Thank you. Pip, what's up? Edward, good evening. How you doing, buddy? I'm good, man. Rob said, been telling you, Mastos, $20 strikes. We're going to set things on fire. Yep. They be looking really good right now. This place is filling up fast. Very cool. Hammer, how you doing, man? Chris, good evening. Click the like button. You always say that. Help the AMC MOASS. Generic white Mexican. It's an interesting. Trade Shades has broken us out of the falling wedge, but my line is the falling wedge. He has us breaking out in his latest video. Hey, Brian, good evening, man. How are you? Mike. Every day that's a green day is a good day. I agree with you, man. Fahad says, Massalorian, you have to meet boss. So, Fahad, me and boss have been changing emails for like a week now. We're trying to lock down a date and a time, but he's very tough to get a hold of. I thought I was hard to get a hold of. It's tough to reach in the president. Yep, Papa got money in calls today. Nice, boys. Nice. Excellent. I like to hear that, man. Good. Good. The only reason why I don't push calls or options at all on the channel is because I know I have a lot of young investors and I don't want to start confusing them until they're ready. And I don't get a lot of people looking, they don't come to me for TA, right? Ryan. Hey, Susan. Good evening. Who else did I miss here? Wayne Wood. Good evening. No Way Hose. What's going on? Susan. Good evening. Ryan says, Thomas. Ryan, how you doing, brother? Thomas James is saying info leakers on Wall Street are saying hedge fund and brokers don't have enough money for this play and they're trying to pay off the SEC. That's what the rumor is. You don't need to pay off the SEC. They're already bought. The SEC is already owned by Congress. Lorenda says, watch those videos. It will give you an idea on prices 20 and up, one to do within the money calls, and one about hedges can't cover. Yeah, it seems like that's the rumor, huh? So all of a sudden, the hedge funds have no money now today? Fahad says, where's my cool friend Pam? I don't know, bro. She'll probably be showing up. She's probably at the gym. Options is the fastest way to blow up your account. Yeah, Jeff. It's just for newer, younger investors. It is. It is. Yeah, Lorenda. So I did a video on Thomas James a while back, and I got to be honest with you. I did a video saying that, it's a lot of fluff, and he's just pulling up people's Reddit posts without vetting them. And so before I made the video about him, I wrote him a comment and said, Thomas James, man, what's up? Are you vetting these sources in Reddit? Do you know who these people are before you just go out and make the video? And he said, nope, I don't vet anybody. He goes, this isn't financial advice. It's just for entertainment. And I was like, true. Okay. I hear you on that. AB, what's up, brother? Let me know if you feel like coming on. I didn't send out any emails. So if there's someone in the chat that wants to come on, holla at me. Harry Parrott says, not financial advice. AMC price action tape is great. Tomorrow is key for Friday. Yeah, man. I want to see us hold till Friday. If we get through the next 2 days and we hold that technical 20, that psychological level, I will feel a lot better going into next week. I just hope they don't try to rug pull on us. Let's see here. Virtual Electric VDW says, if we hold 22, that's the area that Melvin would be forced to liquidate. Okay, so this 22 is somehow involved with Melvin. That makes sense. Chris says, I think I'll just keep buying shares and holding till the MOASS. That's what I'm planning on doing, Chris. I'm trying to pick up like between 60 and 70 more shares before this thing really takes off. So I'm going to be watching carefully the next 2 days, and I'll make my decision one way or the other. Hot Dude, what's up, brother? Good evening. Lorenda says, I usually don't watch him. Did today. Okay, so clickbait. I mean, I'm not saying that. If you like to watch him, I'm going to go watch him. Just, he doesn't vet his sources. And I asked him about that, and he was honest and said, no, I don't, because it's just for entertainment. So let's stay tuned and make some money. Okay, AB, you driving right now? Yeah, let me know, man. I'll send you an email. How bad not that bad. Not that bad. I just want to see if we get back down, like if we break down under 18 again or 1850. I'm assuming that would be the last thing, that would be the last part of resistance that we would fall through, possibly. About chapter 7, LA says, with the $22 price level. Okay. Massalorian. Fahad, thanks, man. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. I got the best subscribers on here. Yeah, and if there's any creators out there that want to come on, this is roundtable discussion. So just hit me up in the chat. I will send out an email. There's so many people now on the list. Arthur says, Massalorian, just tell Baby Yoda to use the Force and make it run, thanks. With the 3 fingers. Gene is my boy Gene. My boy Gene came in the comments. Was it you, Gene, or someone else today and said, why do you get mad at Lou for making 10 3-minute videos a day when you make a 3-hour video? I thought that was an interesting question, right? That is a good question. QQWW says, I just finished getting my new AMC tramp stamp. Gene, if that's you that I answered earlier in the comments, put in the comments the answer I gave to you. What did I say? Why do I do the 1 2.5 hour video instead of 10 3-minute videos? Stephanie says, Froggy said Max Payne is 1850 this week. I thought it was 16, but you could be right. Thought it was 1650, but that could be right. Nick YD says, if we go under 20, that's my buy zone. I've legit said that since before the OG run up in June. I'm a buy till it hits 20. Anything below that's worth it for my cost average. Right on. Right on. Ryan's asking, do I believe that Sundial will run with AMC or before? If anything, Ryan, either with or after. I don't think we would get a jump. I don't know what would set off Sundial to start running and everything else to follow its coattails. But I can't be positive on that, right? That's just speculation. Let's see. Shirley. Good evening, Shirley. YouTube, this AM really scared me. What to do when this rips and they take down all you guys? That's a good question. Have your game plan ready, right? In case that does happen. Like, know going in what your game plan is. And maybe at some point we'll talk about that. I've told you guys what my game plan is a couple times, but maybe I'll do a video on it soon so that people can see what my plan was. Not that that's going to be a good plan because it could suck. My opinion on Teddy Zayn, seems like a good guy. I don't know. I try to stay away from the day trading stuff. I don't think it's good for the squeeze. So I try to stay away from that. I know you can make money. I get it. But I just don't like day trading AMC because our battle cry has always been buy and hold, right? Fahad says 1650. That's what I thought, Fahad. I thought that was Max Payne. Let's see. Cole, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Thomas James nonstop moving, especially arms in his videos, makes me nauseous. Can't watch them at all. No, me neither, man. Me neither. Me neither. And thanks for keeping the lights on. I read somewhere that 100K contracts in the money. Is that correct? I think I heard that earlier today too, StockWiz. At least we know Mass is kind of honest. I don't say trust me, bro, right? Robert says, do I think this will be a small run-up like January last year? Well, the only reason that was a small run-up, Robert, was because they took away the buy button, right? We would have continued to run. But if you mean pre-squeeze or pre-FOMO, until, for me personally, I will get extremely excited when we cross over the all-time high again. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Harry Parrott says, hey, Tim, good evening, by the way. Tim Mulder is in the chat, says hello, good evening. Harry Parrott says, let's get some real news. The Dolphins are giving Tyreek Hill a 4-year, $120 million extension. $52 million at signing without catching a ball. Wow. Man. Brian says, can you explain the Max Payne price? So, Brian, I'm not a huge expert on it. I would say, someone like someone that's knowledgeable, that's extremely knowledgeable in the market, like Pantheon or Tony, they would be able to break it down for you, like very simply, Max Payne. But I know it is 1650 on AMC right now. No, trust me, bro, always has the receipts. And Nick, thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Where is Liz? I don't know. No numbers, but how high do I think this will go? Gregorio. I think we'll hit 4 digits. I think we'll hit 4 digits. I think. If there's as many synthetics out there as we believe there are, I think we'll hit 4 digits. Lorinda says, Robinhood has now removed instant buying power. It takes 3 to 5 days settlement now per Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin said that today. So they don't give you dry powder. You have to wait for your transferred money to go in. And that just started. That's a new policy. That's interesting. That's a good story. Meet Kevin said this. 3 to 5 days for settlement. No dry powder. No immediate dry powder. Mother effers, huh? Shh. Jamie, thank you very much, man. Jamie Thomas, thank you, brother. Ape Islands has 37,000 a share. That sounds good to me. I wasn't thinking that high, but I definitely see 4 digits. Chris says, how many shares do you need to have to be considered a whale? That's a good question, Chris. I don't know. Not me, though. Fahad says 2,000 to 5,000. That sounds about right. I am substantially lower than that, but it is my biggest position. Gregorio says, Vanguard does that to instant buy power. They do the same thing. They do give you instant buy power, right? Chad, here we go. Liquidity is tight, Nick. Yeah, exactly, right? Let's see. Volks Toy King said AMC bracket 750 to 900. Doable? I hope so. I hope we're at least reaching that, Volks King. Yes. Chad said that's correct about Robinhood. Under available liquidity is the rumor. And that's that's got to be a new policy, right? I've never used Robinhood, so I don't know. But I would assume they would have been like the others and given you dry powder right away. BioLife Hemp, good evening, man. I saw your video. Nice job. Hit up Froggy Styles. We just proved that wrong. People going over instant buying power limits. That's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, let Froggy know if he wants to come on. It's open invitation, so I'm not holding anybody back. Okay. Yeah, I've been working on videos all day today, guys. Just going through and watching them for the John Stewart thing, and so I haven't got a lot to catch up with the market itself. Tenny Time, what's up, man? I just watched one of your videos. Don't forget the truth says nice. I'm a baby whale. Mike, 150,000 in shares. Nice, man. Nice. Vitro says same thing. So we got some whales in the chat. All right. I'm glad I got some whales in my chat tonight. That's awesome. Derek says 30,000 plus. I don't know. They're saying, listen, in my book, these guys are whales. If they got 2,000 to 5,000 shares, 8,000 shares. Chris said, I thought my Browns overpaid Watson at 230 million guaranteed, right? Sub the boss says, your definition of max pain is better than mine. Dennis says, I deposited. Yeah, I know Fidelity gives you instant buying power. That's for sure. Yep. And I know when I opened my first Weeble account, I did as well. Way back when I first opened my Weeble account, like before the January fiasco. Kiwi Girl, do I have a video coming from you? I need people from the South Pacific. I need apes and apettes from the South Pacific for this video. Max pain price is the strike price. Here we go. Kiwi Girl is going to lay it out. This is probably going to be a good definition. Max pain price is the strike price with the most open option contracts, puts and calls combined, and it is the price at which the stock would cause financial losses for the largest numbers of options holders. That's an excellent description. That's a perfect definition that Kiwi Girl just gave. So think about that, guys, when it comes to the options. I know I was just listening to someone, and they were saying that there's a ton right now. Well, I don't know what exact. Hold on. What did I see? I just saw something about possibly another gamma squeeze, comparing it to when we broke out of 14 back in the late May of last year. I don't remember which it was now that I saw, but okay. Alina, good evening, girl. You're not late. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't forget the truth says how long of a video. Like, if you guys make it like a minute or 2 minutes, like, I want to get where you're from. You don't have to tell me how many shares. Just say I'm a shareholder. Tell me why you bought in the first place. And John Wick Sniping went through this too on his video, but tell me why you've been buying in, why you're still holding, and what is your biggest concern about the stock market? That's really what I want to get at is what do you want to see changed? Like, what is your biggest gripe? LA says, does the Max Payne deal with the options contracts? Yes, sir. So Paul B says that they're talking about margin accounts. So there was someone just getting cash and margin accounts confused. Is that what happened? This is what I mean when I say there's a lot of newer, younger investors in here. Things like that they would not know, right? They don't understand the difference between a margin account and a cash count. Chris says one horse. Pam and Paul Worldwide says 13,000. Yes, you are a whale at Pam. All right, so now I know I'm talking to Pam going forward. Good. Johnny, the first night you came on my live stream, the next day I made a video and I wore my volunteers get up. And I was looking for you to say what's up, but I missed it. Jamie is saying Max Payne is the least amount of money the option holders to the market would have to pay out, right? And I believe that's $16.50 as of right now. Jim, good evening. Dave, good evening. G33, good evening. $16.50. Yeah, I think someone just made a mistake and said 18. Fred says, does Powell talk tomorrow morning? I believe he talked this morning, actually, Fred. I'm pretty sure. And Pam says, yes. So I am speaking to Pam. Pam, I need female videos, please. Or can you at least record your husband doing one? Texas in the house. Volks Toy King. James Donahue, good evening. James is one of the other YouTubers who sent me a video so far. James, how you doing, buddy? Chris says, one pal shuts up. Mass. Al from Boston sends his greetings. I got Al's submission. He sent it to my email today. It's interesting. I'll say that. You guys should get a kick out of it. Alina says, to all my fellow investors, hit the like button. Yeah, if you guys remember coming in, if you can hit that like button. Clyde says, Chad says, my biggest gripe is the generations. Yeah, bro. I don't even have to know the rest of your sentence. Me too. Yep. Yeah, man, I'm with you 100%. 100%. Mike says, share borrowing, turn that off. Yeah, make sure you guys on your in your broker accounts, you guys are turning that off. That is optional. I know some of them you have to go in manually and change it. James, I'm good, man. How you doing tonight? I don't know where all my other creators are. I haven't talked to anyone all day. Jay Beebs, come on, man. Come on. Dwayne, good evening, man. Michael says, long 10K in Fidelity. The problem is I can't DRS because they are self-directed. It's in the self-directed IRA. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, Michael. But that's you can't get away from that, right? The share lending thing, you're just not going to be able to escape. No, Annie, no. No, thank God. No. Tenny Time says, hey, Massalorian. Miss Tenny is going to... Thank you. Tell her thank you. Yeah, I need some females. And I need... I would like to get someone from each continent, if possible. Or at least close to 6 out of 7. Hanzo, good evening. Hanzo sent in a video. Thank you, ma'am, for your video. Appreciate you. I think you're going to make the final cut, so get ready for stardom. Johnny says, I seen that, man. Okay, cool. You did see that? All right, nice. With Randy Sanders. Go Vols. Yeah, man, that I went to go see Tennessee play up in Knoxville probably about 10 years ago. And that was one of the best games I've ever been to. The tailgating was just unreal. Let's see. Ape Island says, "What does DRS direct registered shares?" Ape Island DRS. James Donahue says, "We need to get louder as the stock goes up. The media is quiet." Yeah, it's interesting how they aren't even talking about these two stocks running, right? Like, I know they're coming with that they're kind of following the SPY, but GME took off on its own. I mean, that was something totally unrelated to the broader market. Hi, Pete in Kenny's Pool. What's up, man? Jim Thomas says, "Has anyone talked about the WSJ article, alleged fraud uncovered by short sellers that ends in gunfire?" No. No, Jim. I have not. Natalie says, "I am female and this is yes. You are checking the boxes I need, Natalie. So I just need all right, let me just make sure I get this right for you. So just your first name, where you're from, that you're an AMC or GME shareholder. You consider yourself an ape or apette. You're holding until when, and why are you still in this play? And what is your biggest gripe with the market? Whether it's payment for order flow, dark pools, what is your biggest gripe? What do you think is the first thing that needs to be fixed when it comes to leveling the playing field for retail? So, Natalie, I'm going to be looking for your video. I will put my email. I mean, I'm not going to put my email because I really want you guys to start your own channel, like actually put your video up on a channel so other people can watch it too. I just don't want to be the only one. So, Natalie, if you have your YouTube, username and your channel already, just drop the video, upload the video right to from studio, and then I'll be able to see it. If you want, I'll give you my email address just to let me know that you dropped it. That would help. Yes. Okay. So this is my email. Boom. Yeah, that would be beautiful if you could send me a video. That would kill two birds with one stone. So thank you. Let's see. Get ready. Dr. Zeno says, "Get ready for a new round of BS from YouTube world." I hope not. Let's just keep it simple, right? The stock's running. Let's keep it simple. Susan says he needs females from Australia. No, I'll take dudes too. Why you gotta be like that? I will take gentlemen as well. It doesn't need to be women. Tony D's in the house. Tony, the one night I have no one to co-host with, you gotta be at a rodeo. Yeehaw. Maggie May says, "Tony, I hope you're having fun, by the way." Yeah, Maggie, this is the normal night we go on, right? Wednesday night, I usually try to do a roundtable discussion and get a bunch of people on, but I haven't heard from anyone tonight, so I don't know. There's an open invitation. This is open mic night. Well, males too. Thanks. I'll try to get something tonight when my baby sleeps. Okay, Natalie. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be amazing if you could do that for me. Because that would kill two birds with one stone. It would be really nice. Dale from Canada. Dale, I need a Canadian. I need another Canuck. Definitely need another Canuck. I got one right now, and I have my creators that we're gonna put in, right? But I want to get as many shareholders as possible. Chad says, "I'm not against you loading the video with her from around the world." Oh boy. James says he just started watching Tony's. Hold on. James says just started watching Tony's videos and his content is great. Yeah, man. 100%. Benjamin, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What's up, brother? What's up? Benjamin, are you too far if we did a movie? If we did a movie thing, say in Boston, is that too far for you to travel from Connecticut? Who is this Lou you keep hearing about? Just a YouTuber. He's another creator out there. Hanzo says, my teen just got free Fidelity accounts for teens, $50 with no investment. Nice. That's cool. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Well, good evening. How you doing, man? M's the word. Hello. Michael says, I am here for the truth and justice. So sick of all the corruption. I would love a Lambo, but there is so much pain that I would love to be able to transform lives. Me too, man. Me too. Hopefully, this is going to be life-changing money for a lot of people. And Johnny, man, thank you very much. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Sub the boss says, Alina, are you making a video? Alina Mass needs a Canadian. Alina's not from Canada, is she? Mr. Simon's in the house from Zimbabwe. All right, so that would knock off the continent of Africa. I have someone watching my videos from Nigeria on a relatively constant, not constant, but on a pretty solid basis. And I have no idea how to reach out. Maybe it's more than one person, but I don't know how to get in touch with them. I would love to have that. JT says, what happened with Nickel? I heard the rules were rewritten on the spot to save their butts. Pretty much, JT. Pretty much. Yeah, they did this. They did something very similar to what they did with the buy button in January. Very similar, except this was LME that did it, not the NYSE, right? No, 3 hours drive is easy. All right, so we're gonna pick a movie in the next 2 to 3 months, whether we squeeze on it by then or not. We're gonna pick a movie to go and do a meetup for a movie. Trey's eye patch. Good evening, buddy. Alina says, sub the boss. I would love to. If I drop one more toothpick, I swear. Hearing impaired and really don't want to do it in sign language. Oh, Alina, if you did it in sign language, that would be amazing. Yes. That's the type of, yes, I need that. Yeah, that's what I want, Alina. Yes, that's amazing. I would love to have someone do it in sign language. Now I'm going to be on you about that. So you just messed up, girl. You done messed up. Javi's in the chat. Myself, are you in Belgium? I need you, buddy. I need you. You're going on my list. All right. Hanzo says, Lena, that is so cool. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, I'd really like to have that. Jamie says, Tony is the one to follow for market hours info. All there was Matt for a while. Matt, of course, can go away. Yeah, Tony goes live during the day, every day, I'm pretty sure, for market hours. Cam and Froggy, I think, go on first thing in the morning, then in the afternoon. Kiwi Girl says, did I see? Yes, I saw that they were banning it. Yes. And that, I guess their market's back up and running, huh? Weston 8118 says, how much do I think AMC and GME can get up to? So we just talked about that a little while ago, Weston. I said that I don't see that quadruple. I don't see that 4 digits is going to be a problem. If everything we believe, all of the numbers that have been crunched, if we just have a basic understanding and are correct on our speculation, I don't think that's a huge thing to overcome. Opinionated assholes, good evening, man. I'm trying. Chris says, I'm selling other PAPERHANDS cores. Yeah. Maggie May says, you remind me of my he always had a toothpick in his mouth. KC Shaw is a great tool. Yeah, Hanzo, I like KC. That live stream I did with him the other day was the first time, but he was great. How about kids shareholders? Do you want their videos? Yeah, LA. Yeah, I want it as diverse as possible. Yes. I wanna show, like, how widespread this movement really is. Alejandro says, "Told you yesterday, 22, today, tomorrow, AMC 25, Alejandro." Alright, man, that sounds great to me. I hope we hold this $20 level right out the weekend. Trey's eye patch says, "Wait, are you throwing toothpicks at FUD? If so, AMC to a penny now. Hit me." Just just kidding, FUD. Yeah, I was throwing them at, someone had me throwing them at the camera last night. I don't know who. Chad says, "My wife was born in Indonesia and is Vietnamese. She is a 4 times shareholder, but obviously lives here in Philly. Make a video. If you find it helpful, just drop me an email." Okay. Yeah, Chad. Does she speak fluent Vietnamese or Indonesian? Which I believe Indonesian is a language. Hanzo says, "Cool, 2 kids on the way." All right, I'll take it. Thanks, Hanzo. Sub the Haas says, "I'm Canadian, would have made a video, but I'm hiding my ID from work. May lose my job. I'm in this industry." Okay, bro. Understood. Understood. Weston says, "So AMC 10K." I didn't say 10K, did I? Did I say 5 digits or 4? 10K would be 5, right? But yeah, of course it's possible. It depends how many people are diamond nutting this thing. That's what it depends on. Fluent Vietnamese, Chad. Yeah, and if you could, I thought we talked about this, Chad, no? If your wife could do that, and then you could give me a translation of it that I could put into, um, like a closed caption so that everyone can understand what she's saying, that would be amazing. I must have talked to someone else about that, but yeah, Chad, if you could do that, that would be great. Those are the kind of things that I want to, like, mix this up so it's not just, people, the same voices. You guys must be sick of me. Tally says, "I have" sorry, Tally, hold on. "I've asked some creators for a video on custodial accounts. No one has delivered yet, Tally." Okay, I'm not gonna make any promises, but I will write it down. Smith says, "My girlfriend is Mexican, Spanish." Okay, yeah, brother. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Same thing though. I can't speak fluent Spanish, so I would need a translation. But yeah, 100%. I'll take that. Sure. That would be fantastic. Yep. And if she has any relatives that are my age, looking for someone about to hit a MOASS AMC play. How is cost stock? Cuban old fat man. It ran a little bit today with the rest of them, didn't it? Last couple of days. I think all of those meme stocks, guys, are gonna eventually at some point jump on each other's coattails. I mean, all of them. Manjeet says 10K is a nice number. I agree, Tanjeet. Manjeet, sorry. Yes, I agree. Yes. 10K would be a nice number. But I'm not expecting 5 digits. If we get to 5 digits, I'll have shares to sell at that point. I'm just not, you know, not counting my chickens before they hatch, right? Um, JT says, "I speak fluent Korean. South Korea, I missed the start of the show. What are you needing translated?" So JT, I am trying to get the videos to that the montage that I'm going to put together, the challenge for John Wick Sniping that he put out. I'm trying to collect all of the videos together to make a montage to send to John Stewart, just to give him an idea of who he's referring to when he's talking about the apes in all of his interviews. Like, who is he talking about? I'm sure people are wondering, like, who are the apes? I want to show them who the apes are. Daily Taylor, what's up, man? Good evening. Um, Chris Hamburg says the nickel squeeze was only 500%. AMC to 1K is 5,000%. Yeah, just watch out for the effery. Watch out for the effery. So JT, let me know about that. If you'd like to do it in, I'll take as many different languages as I can get. I'm not picky. I would just need a translation so I can add in subtitles. Vitor Electric VW says fluent Serbian. Yeah, man. I will take anyone's video in another language as long as I have a translation so that I can decipher it. TD Nguyen says, being candid here, I swear as soon as we are paid, I look forward to sharing my wealth with everyone I know who are in need. Me too, man. There's things that I see every day that bother me. There's a couple specific things that I've seen every day for the last year that really bother me. I have a couple things picked out that I want to take care of immediately as soon as I get this money. When this runs, James said it's going to be crazy. It is, man. I thought it was crazy when we went from 14 to 72, but this will make that look like a picnic. Manjeet says, so you're expecting more of less than 10K? More or less, Manjeet, you're asking? I mean, I want to see us go higher than 10, but I think that between 1 and 10 is not going to be an issue. Cole, you speak fluent Ebonics? As long as I have a translation, bro. Send me Ebonics. I know Ebonics. I grew up in the city. I went to a public high school in the city. That's all we spoke was Ebonics back then. From 14 to 18. Myself says, I'm going to need guys to write down your name. Okay. Chad says, Mass, this video is going to be epic. When I heard you were putting it together, I knew it was going to be massive. No better person to do it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Chad. I'm sure there's other people out there that could do this besides me. I'm not the only one. To me, it's something important I want to take on. And I don't know how much editing skills that John has. I mean, his videos are great, but I don't know how much software he has to do that, or the audio and proper video equipment, and, having B-roll that he can play that's good quality 4K. Myself says, Carl J says, I hope I got enough for a used speeder. Me too. Me too. Alina says, Massalorian, what do I think GME could reach? I think 350 is not out of the question. No, I'm just kidding. Alina, you know I hate doing prices. Why do you got to put me there, girl? I mean, based on my observations, I would think GME possibly could price out higher. I don't know. I mean, look at the parabolic move it made back in January. I mean, that was... But they say AMC is a bigger beast, so I just don't know. We just won't know till it happens, right? I can speculate till I'm blue in the face, but I don't know shit. I want to buy a gyrocopter too, Nick Weiss says. The ornithopter from Dune. That was pretty cool. GMA should go higher with a smaller float. That's what I'm saying, right, Derek? That's why I'm thinking to myself that it's possible with a smaller float that GME will go higher. Squeeze higher. Chad says, Tien Nguyen, all Vietnamese girls are beautiful. Antoinette OPZ says, GME, maybe 1850. That's a good price. That'd be 15 times more than what I paid for it. Alina says, Massalorian, you need to target. It's only fair. Myself says they're both going to the moon. I almost put a moon on the thumbnail today, but I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let's just see how Thursday and Friday go. You guys know the Massalorian. He doesn't get overexcited for no reason. If anything, I'm underwhelming. TD says, you got chased, Chad. Carlos says, "Can you do it in Borat's Yekshemesh?" Yes, of course. You will make video. Yes. The best was when he went out with some Republican guy who was running for Congress, and they went to someone's house, and he was just handing out flyers for this guy who was running for Congress. He went and took a dump into people's house while they were at the door, and then he told the lady when she said that she wasn't sure who she was gonna vote for yet, if she was gonna vote for the guy that he was at the door with, he said, "If you do not vote for him, he will take power." It was, like, the funniest line I've ever heard. Um, love that movie. Nick YD says, "Yo, Mass, be always chilling, looking fresh. Love the swag with the socks, hat, and the spider sweater." Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I gotta look respectable, right? Eats a good. LA says, "How much Diaz, good evening. How much was the run-up percentage of GME gone to before they took away the buy button?" Oof. We were up hundreds of percentage points. I'm pretty sure, if not more. I want to say it was in the high hundreds. Freakakistan, good evening. I think the modular houses look super cool. I can't imagine. No, I think they're pretty cool. The ones I saw. I actually might have to be moving very soon. So I just found that out in the last couple of days, actually. Manjeet asked what time zone I'm in. So I'm in East Coast time, Manjeet. So like Boston, New York, East Coast. Okay. Smith says, my girlfriend said sure, but if I translate, it would be too long. So you get it in Spanish. She's a cutie. All right. I'll translate the best I can. Maybe it'll be funny if I try to translate it. If they take away the buy button, just hold through. Yeah, don't give up the buy button, right? Don't give up the buy button. Last time they had to snuff it out of us. Don't give it up on voluntarily. Johnny says, "Stay solo, brother. Love this channel, but don't trust the CEO." You don't trust AA, Johnny? Man, my feelings are so torn on him. Like one day I think he's great, and then the next day he lets me down. It's the worst relationship. Diaz. What's going on, man? How are you, Diaz? Cole says, Boston's questions. I grew up in Mission Park, left 30 years ago. It is better now. You went to the Tobin? Ha ha. Oh, man. Okay, so you grew up in Mission Park. You left 30 years ago. Is it better now? No, definitely not. And Woo is not helping the situation. 30 years ago. So went to the Tobin. Where did you go to high school, Cole? Manjeet says, can we go on a little earlier than 9 if possible? Yes, ma'am. Whatever you like. What time would you like me to go on, Manjeet? Just put it in the chat. Next Wednesday, we'll start at whatever time that is. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't start it earlier. Maybe like 8 o'clock. I didn't know. I thought 9 would give everybody time to settle down. And maybe now you're relaxing and just kicking back, and this is just some entertainment for you. I don't know what's good for you guys. But 9 seemed to work pretty good so far. But yeah, we could always move it up or make it longer. Ryan says we need a movie made about this whole ape movement after the MOASS. Yeah, Ryan. So there's a couple people working on documentaries right now. The Mulligan brothers that are out in the West Coast. They're up in the Washington, Portland area, I believe. They're working on one right now, and I think they're basically just waiting to see how this ends. That they have like a lot of their movie already put together. Nick YD says my dad went to Don Bosco, Beantown OG. Yeah, Bosco's closed now. My best friend growing up played football at Bosco until they closed. Green Thumb says AA scares you. Dwayne M says he's 50-50. Yeah, Dwayne M, me too, man. That's how I feel. I'm 50-50 on the guy. Sometimes he's sus, sometimes he's great. Johnny says my daughter says Batman was awesome. I loved it, man. I thought it was a great movie. The soundtrack was just it was really good, really good. VOA Apprentice, good evening, man. How are you? Never mistreat me again. All right, sir. King Ralphie, good evening. King Ralphie, I got your video. I got you in the video last night, man. Thank you for sending that. King Ralphie did one of the videos that I put in the montage last night just to give you guys some good examples. King Ralphie did a great one. If you want to know what I'm looking for, King Ralphie did it. Even Steven says, I can't wait to pay off. Me too, man. Me too. Me too. Okay, so Cole says you moved to Hotlanta. Hotlanta after Maurice J. Tobin School, left 91. Okay. So 91 you left. I'm trying to remember. Is the Tobin a middle school? I think so, right? I think Tobin was a middle school. Susan says, yeah, guys, if you remember to hit the like button, that'd be great. The Mulligan brothers are super heavy on GME, though. I hope they will make this thing even with AMC. Yeah, Susan. So what I remember is when they first came on to this project, they were in touch with Trey for a lot of the time in the beginning. So I think they have a good representation of AMC. I spoke to them back in May, I want to say, or June. I have to go check my emails, but a while back just to find out where they were at and if they needed any help on the East Coast. But they said that they were good, and if they came out this way, they would let me know. Luai says, how do I email you a West Coast sunset photo? Send it to my email, bro. Put it up on the screen right now. I gotta go back here. I gotta go back. Michael Burry should play Lou. Michael Burry should. Manjeet says 8 p.m. is perfect. Thank you for all you do for us as a community. You're welcome, Manjeet. And Manjeet, you could always make a video and send it to me if you are an AMC shareholder, an 8-bet. I would like to have a Manjeet in my video. VOA Apprentice says, am I making music for the video as well? Show us the money and go into the moon. Is another both songs have very clean versions. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely getting a soundtrack. 100%. Yeah, I was going to talk to Phil about that this week. Try to figure out if we're going to do, if we're just going to have, well, we're not going to monetize the thing, right? So we could put maybe any music in it and just give them the rights to it. Solo de Tiempo, good evening. Over 100 million in volume, peaked at 22. Let's go. Yeah, what do we have for volume today? Like 163 million? Is that right? 163? Hell of a day. Corey Ryder says, together, Jedi Knight Rider PlayStation. Alina says, Corey, how you doing, man? I'm glad RC bought 1,000 to 100,000 shares and announced the Loopring partnership. Yeah, me too. Me too. AMC GME says, hey, Mass, what does the B stand for on your cap? So the B stands for Boston AMC GME. Dr. Zeno says, Lou tried to, I mean, very, very sick. Andrew Dice Clay would be perfect for Big Lou. Hell yeah. Diaz says, am I pumped up for some baseball? Yeah, man, not for the Sox so much, but I'm glad we're getting baseball. I don't know, Diaz, if you saw, are you a big baseball fan? Because if you are, Pantheon is running a fantasy league. He's trying to get some of the members in and the creators. So I don't know if you are, but reach out if you're looking to do one. Aubrey says 170 and Chris says 170 as well. So maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was 163. Where did I see 163? $163, $207, $388. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Mike, definitely. That is who should play him 100%. Dan DeVito Pip is too short. Too short. JT, what do I know about XRP? Absolutely nothing, man. But you know who I would watch if you like XRP or you want to find out about it? There's a guy called the Economic Ninja. I'll write it in the chat. He talks about that a lot. He's got a channel on YouTube. He's interesting guy. He's like an older Clay bro. Yo, Mass, did you get my vids to add to the movement? Thanks for everything, Ink Slinger. Ink Slinger. So I got videos today in my emails from Daryl Mitchell and Forrest Bradley and George 777. Is that of one of those yours, Ink Slinger? Bet Diaz? Okay, talk to Pantheon, man. For sure. I'm pretty sure he has a spot. VT says, am I buying call options? No, man, just shares. Just shares. Both just shares. Top of the evening, KL. Jamie Thomas said, we just got Brady for another year. Yes. Thank you. I'm very glad. Chad Clifford says, my last comment, recent price action is exciting, but let's stay mission focused. Buy, hold, stay off PFO. Yeah, man. Yep, this is the way. This is the way. By the way, here's the website, not the website, but the YouTube channel. That's in right here, the Economic Ninja. JT, you're welcome. Solo de Tiempo says, bought the $60 calls on Monday, 3 cents and sold. Hey, man, that's a hell of a job. I'm glad if you guys are making money. Stacy, much love. Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. Okay. Ripple is a World Economic Forum affiliate. It's probably smart to hold some Ripple. Oh, if they are affiliated with WEF, yeah, definitely something to get on. What do you mean no toothpicks tonight, Susan? I dropped like 5 of them already. You know what I'm seeing? Got them all over the place. If the movie's a cartoon, Shrek could play him. Nick YD says, I like Meet Kevin. Just can't stand that dude's hair. Just gets me angry. So I used to watch Meet Kevin a lot because he would break down CPI data and inflation numbers and Fed minutes, like really detailed. And he would really do a great job on it. And I haven't watched him do that in a bit, but he used to do an amazing, phenomenal job on breaking all that stuff down. But then he just got he turned to an emotional wreck. He's not grounded. Look, he's not a trader. He was a real young kid who came up in real estate and got in 2020 in the market in YouTube with Kathy Wood's plays and made a lot of money and never experienced a bear market before. So this is all new to him. Let's see. Ricky says, what's good, chat and mass? Thank you for all you do. Been holding since December 2020. Been rough, but I hold for you all. Me too, Ricky. I'm holding with you guys. Inkslinger says, what's the email? I'll put it up again, man. Oh, Stacia Diaz says, love the breakdown to the stimulus checks. Yeah, he did a good job with that, right? Yucca Fritta, good to see you again. How you doing tonight, my friend? Love the breakdown. Yeah, he did a good job on those too. I forgot about the stimulus checks. Oh, Javi. Your baby took her first steps today. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That must be an exciting moment, huh? And you got a little daughter? Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what I kind of want. I kind of want a girl. Meet Kevin called the top and the bottom of the bear market. I don't know if he did that on purpose, though, Chris. I think he just kind of fell into that. Yeah, he knows his finance and real estate stuff, but as far as stocks go, oof. Doesn't every oh, yeah. Susan, I've had plenty of Britney moments on here. Are you kidding me? I just, look, this short squeeze, this whole thing that's gone on takes an enormous amount of willpower and psychological fortitude and belief in yourself and what we're all doing here. It's not easy. This is not an easy fight. Look at the people we're up against. They are some of the most powerful, rich, entitled people in the world. And we're holding our own. Oh, Stacy, you're cheating on Diaz. That ain't good. Yucca says, "Hey, Javi." Javi says, "Yes, yeah, man. Good for you, man. Everyone's saying good for you in the chat and your daughter." Um, yeah, man. Hopefully, I'll get to experience that one day after we MOASS. The Massalorian at mail, not at Gmail. Okay. Yeah, if you do it to at mail, it probably won't go anywhere. Gmail will work though, for sure. Chris says, brain cells in 2020. You're gonna need to see timestamps. Good luck, Susan. AMC Panda says, so did Meet Kevin buy, was he supposed to buy 69 shares of AMC today? You know what really turned me off to Meet Kevin? When he was running for governor and he made it, instead of just joining the apes and buying AMC and GME back in the day, he said he would match his campaign donations during like a 12-hour live stream. That whatever he got in campaign donations, he would take and match that and buy AMC shares with it. Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm a retail investor. All the people who watch my channel are retail investors. I'm going to jump in with retail and hold out with these guys. And instead, he made it about him. Joey Trivia says, do I see us breaking 2025 this week? I don't know, Joey. I don't know if we're going to have the volume to get us up and over that. We'll see. Next 2 days are going to tell us a lot, right? Oh, Stacia says you're awesome, Diaz. Wow. Jamie says, Javi the Great. Much love, man. James Donahue says, true modern day David and Goliath story. Yes. Yes. James, I put that in the beginning of my videos a couple times, right? I said, we are the ultimate David and Goliath story. And everyone forgets the real ending of that story. Like, everyone forgets that, yeah, David knocked out Goliath with a stone, right, from a sling. But then he went and pulled out Goliath's sword from his sheath and chopped his effing head off. That's the icing on the cake for me. You thought Kevin was already holding AMC? He might have been Yucca at that time, but he said during that live stream fundraiser for his campaign, whatever he got, he would be matching in AMC shares. Susan says, Javi, congrats. Be ready to get your cardio in when they first start walking. That's all they want to do. Well, have fun, brother, with that. Harry Parrott says, breaking news, Kendaji Brown Jackson, Biden Supreme Court, refused to define. She couldn't define woman. She couldn't figure out whether or not it was good to teach sexual education from kindergarten to grade 3. And what was the other one? She did 3 of them with Blackburn that were hilarious. I'll probably put them in tomorrow night's video. But the fact that you can't answer an effing question like, can you define the difference between a man and a woman? You got problems. I don't know how you're going to handle yourself on the Supreme Court, though. If you can't give me a basic definition of that, I don't know how I can trust you with the highest court in the land. Sorry. And the best was when people were trying to say that it was an attack and that it was violence because we were questioning her LSAT tests and her track record with letting pedos go and having no repercussions for their actions. I don't know. Carl J says, decapitated. That's right, man. DS says, Harry Parrott, can you believe that? No, it was pretty shocking to watch that interaction take place between her and Blackburn. It really is. Roseanne says, "You always had to remove the head of the snake." Yeah, exactly. Right. If David Hot Dude says, "If David removes the buy button, we can still hold to get the price we want." Good point. Chris says, "When Kevin dumped his entire share, he continued dime hand." He did. All right. I'll give him credit for that then, if that's true. I'll give him credit for that. Annie T saying, "Congrats to Javi's daughter." Carl Keller says, "A Supreme Court candidate who can't tell the truth." No, but she can't even differentiate between male and female. Like, that's a problem if you're gonna be on the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land of the greatest country on earth. You gotta be able to give me a basic breakdown definition, like mammary glands can produce offspring. Uh, Roseanne says she is woke. She's wokety woke woke. Wokety woke woke. Oh, Javi's been running for 16 years. Javi's a jogger, so he's good. He'll be running back and forth to the bedroom like nobody's business. She's gonna get appointed. Why? The Republicans want to keep things quiet for the midterms. Jamie. What line is that from? That's from Kindergarten Cop, right? Yeah, it's very weird, right? Like, these are fundamental truths. We're not talking about rocket science here or genetic decoding. We're talking about when a female swimmer wins a race by have you guys ever seen the swimming Olympics in the Olympics? If you've ever watched an Olympic swimming event, people are like fractions of a second from beating each other. Literally. And all of the men come in within maybe a half to 3/4 of a second of each other. For a swimmer to win by 38 seconds, I feel bad for the girls. But you know what, girls? If you don't want to deal with that, don't get in the pool with her. Don't get in the pool. Just say, nope, I'm not racing. Watch how fast they put an end to this as soon as no one's going to meets anymore and they're not raising money for the school. Watch. All you gotta do, girls, just say, "I'm not swimming anymore." Who's she gonna beat? Herself? She'll have to go back to the men's and be in 460th place. Gary, good evening, buddy. How are you? You're hearing 100,000 in options, possibly in the money Friday too. Puts green thumb. Yeah, I heard that earlier too. Heard that pretty too. Carl Keller says you gotta admit that swimmer. Yes, sir. Yeah, Susan says I'm not getting that pool. I end up with another baby. What do you mean? What do you mean, Susan? You think Leah's good looking? I should show you guys something. Hang on. Actually, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow's video. To be on the lookout tomorrow's video in the intro. It should be pretty funny. If you think this whole thing is hilarious, you'll like tomorrow's intro. He is named Lenny Thomas. That's what I thought. Luck is for dudes. Heather Swanson. Smith says, when we MOASS, a great investigation report for you is why Mexico is ruining their cenotes with sewage. Is that going on right now? Oh my God, Smith. I think I saw something about that. But what I saw was more up at the border. They were showing like that there's raw sewage flowing everywhere. I don't know. It's a mess down there. Um, Susan says, no, LOL, but she still got the man. Yeah, she could slide up in you. You won't even know what hit you. Julia, good evening. How are you, dear? Mike says, anyone who doesn't vote for her will be labeled as racist and sexist by the left-wing mainstream media, propagandists, and social media zombies. I'm not a fan of her record on pedophilia cases. She is not tough on that crime, and that is one of the most horrid crimes you can commit. In all honesty, their justice should come out at the end of a rope as far as I'm concerned. Those are the biggest POSs on the planet. So her logic is because at the time that Congress made this a new law and what the penalties were going to be, because at the time we didn't have access to the internet, it wasn't as easy to accumulate a large variety and a huge stash of child PORN. And so because it's easier now in the data age and technological age that we're in, they should be less penalty, right? That's the reason she gives. Wendy, good evening. Old Doge 333, how you doing, brother? I'm good, man. Mass has the best intros, hands down. Always great content. Thanks, Nick YD. Pantheon, good evening, my friend. Pantheon, if you want to come in, man, just say the word. I've been on here by myself all night. You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait to have the first trans female dunker in the WNBA because they will dominate. I can't wait. The first dunker, I'm ready. Bring her on. Hey, Angelina. Good evening. Fred, good evening. I'm ready. The racism crap is going to work here. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it was pretty funny that they said in the hearings yesterday, there's an Asian woman there. I think she's out of California or maybe Hawaii. Her last name might be May, or maybe her name is Maisie or something like that. But she literally came out and said, it's despicable that people are asking for her LSAT test, which is not a test based on knowledge, right? It's not a test on how smart you are. It's about deductive reasoning and a few other things. And so it's something you would want to see if you were going to be putting someone into the highest court in the world. And her whole spiel, when they asked her everything, was to deflect. And I don't know, but she's going to get, and then the woman there from Hawaii said, it's pretty disgraceful that they are trying to say that you only got nominated because you were a black female. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Joe Biden not run his campaign saying I would put the first black female Supreme Court justice? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Jon Stewart's his next target's now the media. He's going after mainstream media because of all the propaganda for the Ukrainian propaganda. He's going on. Sandstorm is begging for Pantheon. Pantheon, please come on. Sandstorm is begging you. He can't take me anymore. Pam is driving home. I hope she's modding as she's driving and making a new video for the challenge and lifting weights. Miss Universe Philippines was a trans. Her name was Patricia. Really? Did the judges know that? Julia P says Angelina AFT sounds good. LeBronica James about to be the first trans dunker in the NBA. I can't wait. I can't wait for the first 7-foot white guy to join the WNBA and start dunking on all of the best female basketball players, and what a shitstorm that's going to create. I wish I was 7 feet because I would go walk on the court tomorrow and try and join just for shits and giggles. Alina says, Pantheon, I'm begging too. Come on, Pantheon. Hello, Mass. Checking in from after being detached for the last few months as AMC was really doing nothing. Hey, Kaiser Soze. Yeah, man. So we've been on kind of a dry run, right? There hasn't been a lot to talk about. Ask the people who have been watching my videos for the last 6 months. There's nothing. There's nothing going on. It was a lot of filler and trying to find stories that relate to the market and try to pick through some of the old DD that's still relevant right now. There's so many changes coming so fast and so many developments. It's really hard to keep up with everything. Julia P says Ukrainian propaganda has been nuts. It's been out of control. Out of control. Ro Khanna, who is a congressman from California, 3 years ago put out a tweet saying, "We really need to do something about these far right wing NAZISs that are in Ukraine." And a week ago, he got cornered by the gray zone and was asked the same question about Ukraine. And he said, "We need to bomb Ukraine. We need to support Ukraine in kicking Russia out of their country." Complete flip. Complete flip. AMC GME is asking, "Is that true that Robinhood's moved deposit day?" So AMC GME, from what I'm gathering, people had just some confusion about margin accounts and cash accounts. It was just a little bit of a mix up. Pam loves her popcorn. San Diego laundromats, good evening. Glad to see Stuart has finally seen the light. Me too. Yeah, the females want a topless Pantheon to come in. Pam is going to the movies every day is the reason why we are mooning, Javi says. Yeah, right? It's just Pam and her family's ticket sales. Usual Suspects, Yucca Furta says, yeah, Suspects was a great movie, right? Usual Suspects reminds me of Lou sometimes. I wonder if, like, he's ever just on the street recording and, like, there'll be signs up all over the place and he just, like, sees something on a sign and just like, yeah, so yeah, it looks like that's gonna yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. Like, just I could just picture that, just him pulling different things from all over the place. Mike Millspot says, "I think John Travolta should play Tony Manero. Oops, I mean De Niro in the meme stock Netflix TV series." Daily Taylor says, "If you're still with Robinhood, sorry, but not sorry." Yeah, whoever's still with Robinhood, man, I mean, you've had ample time now to get off of payment for order flow and get your shares. Not even get your shares out of there, but just get off that brokerage app and get to someone that will put you lit to the exchange. All the while, Brittany Griner is sitting in a Russian jail for getting caught smoking. I'm not caught. I know, right? The irony. The irony. All right. Adrian's asking a question here. Let me see if I can answer this. I don't even know where Pantheon went. I haven't seen the chat. If apps like Robinhood, Weeble, etc., use PFOF and most of our orders go through dark pools, how did them removing the buy button cause the price to drop last year? Well, because we weren't able to buy and keep up buying pressure, right, Adrian? So we weren't able to push the price higher by holding the stock and not selling. As soon as the buy button was taken away, that relieves all of that built up pressure, almost like you would have a volatility halt on a stock, right? Melvin Capital, Ed Doe says Melvin Capital getting liquidated if we reach 22. That's what everyone keeps saying, right? But did we not touch 22 today at some point? Going back to the chart now. I thought we hit an end day high of 22.35 at one point. Yeah, we did. We just couldn't hold it. We literally got like one 5-minute candle. Okay. Aubrey says, "What do I think about selling on Weeble and Robinhood?" I think, Aubrey, I would look, me personally, I made my move off of that platform months ago when I found out about Fidelity. Um, you know, at this point in the game now, you're not hurting anything by just holding your shares there as long as you're not buying on those apps right now, you're not doing any harm to the rest of the community, but try to get off PFOF. I mean, it's just something you're voluntarily engaging with them and allowing them to continue this practice. Ace First Wall Street, how you doing, man? Good evening. Slick Rick says, yep, hit 22. Richard says, yep, yeah, just for a little bit, right? We need a couple of margin calls soon, GG says. Yeah, I would love to see some margin calls incoming. I thought they were coming when Russia crossed the border. And so did some other people. We thought for sure that was going to be it. Diaz says, trust me, the players in this play the players till they are played. And when the players played, the players will be played. Trust me, Lou. Bottom line is, and trust me, bro. What's some other famous lines? At the end of the day, I don't know. Chat, give me some more. What are some great one-liners? Gary says, am I recommending Fidelity over TD? No, Gary. I have Fidelity. Pablo Loco says, how long did my share transfer take? So, Pablo, I didn't transfer all of my shares. I transferred most of my GME and probably half of my AMC because I want to make sure I'm kind of spread a little bit just in case. So I made a personal mistake when I was making my transfer that cost me an extra 24 hours. Had I not made that mistake, it would have been about 24 hours for my shares to go in. Trust me, bro. Right. The fam. But understand something, Carl J. Please understand. Please understand. MOASS tomorrow. Nothing for nothing. Adrian says, what do I think about Avi Harakshun tweets about the Hedgies Wall Street being? I haven't seen it yet. Let me look. Let me go to Twitter. Tweely-lee-dee-dee. I can't believe I got ditched by every creator on the planet tonight. Okay. Whoa, we're about to hit 200 followers on Twitter. Whoa. Mass is making a statement on Twitter. What the clip's 200? Okay. How do I spell this name now? Adrian, you're gonna have to be more specific on that. Daily Taylor says it's all happening March 3rd. You transmaphrodites. Utu, my devil. Yeah, he's got a lot of them, huh? Angelina says, I have 5 brokers. I'm not worried. There you go, Angelina. Yucca says, mass on demand. I know, right? It's crazy. I haven't done it on a live stream and since I started my channel, and I did 2 in back-to-back nights. Bring in the common folks. Yeah, I'm working on doing that, Smith. So next Monday, that's what I'm going to start doing, I think, on Mondays. I think on Mondays, I'm going to have on smaller channels to help them grow. And I'm going to have on regular subscribers / viewers to talk about AMC. I want to get the video out first before I do that, though. AMC Panda says, deleting Twitter after MOASS. Me too, bro. I only started it for YouTube. I was never on Twitter. Still don't have Instagram or any of that crap. Adrian says, scroll down to where he said he heard backroom talk. I think that's from last week. All right, let me see, Adrian, if I can do this really quick. Don't leave in the chat too long. Is that his Twitter handle? I got it. Okay, someone's gonna have to find me the date for that tweet, please. Yucca Freda says divorcing after MOASS. Yeah, there are no common folks. Everyone on this in this play is part of this community. Did I say Tinder? I did not mean Tinder. Speaking of which, did anybody in the chat catch that last night, or did that go over everyone's head? I'm just curious. If you were on last night's live stream, I'm just curious, and you were there in the beginning, did that go over everyone's head, or did anyone catch last night? Let's see. Joining Tinder after AMC says Trump 2024 says Ed Doe. Can I do a space call? Jamie said. Yeah, Jamie, I've never done a space call. I guess because I have this available to me and I can make this available to you guys. And this seems like it's more interactive, but I would try one. Sure. Sure. Send the link, Pantheon said. Yes, sir. All right, guys, let me go grab Pantheon real quick. Okay, hang on. And Inkslinger, I just got your video. It's still on. Okay, guys, we should be good. Sorry about that. Hang on 1 second, guys. I was waiting for a sun sign picker from one of you guys, but I didn't get it. Okay, no worries. Okay. Susan says, did you start your OnlyFans for YouTube too? So I wouldn't call you guys fans. I would say you're my equals. We're all apes, right? We're all retail investors who are locked into this SOB play. Oh, do you mean OnlyFans like that the porn girls do? My ladies. I do have some very respectable women in this chat, though, I must say. And they're very supportive of me, so I appreciate all of you. Lorne says, is it confirmed the transparency rule is approved? No, Lorne, not yet. Lupe, good evening, buddy. How you doing, man? Lupe de Leon. Lupe, I asked you before, are you male or female? Because I think that is Lupe in Spanish can be like asexual, right? Myself says, Mash, you should make some branded toothpicks. Yeah, that's a good idea. No, what are you kidding me? I'm not looking to brand anything. The only thing I want to do is I do want to make, and I'm gonna do this. I've talked to someone about it already. I do want to make hoodies, and when we get to certain subscribers, like subscriber numbers, or maybe we'll do like once a week. Whoever has the highest amounts of thumbs up for a comment in a video, I'll give away one per week. I have looked into doing that. I do want to do that. I think that would be fun. AMC Panda says, yes, sir. We all are. Okay, guys, hang on 1 second. I am going to bring on Pantheon. Pantheon Greyjoy. Hey, buddy.
Mr. Massalorian, how are you tonight?
How are you, my friend?
Good. I was trying to look up your OnlyFans account. I couldn't find it, so I decided let's just chat here.
Yeah, I locked it. When I'm on live, I lock it down. Just, you know. Oh, Pam's in the chat. Sorry, Pantheon. Got to go. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, always second fiddle to Pam. I get it.
Pam, good evening. Pantheon just get on, so.
Hi,
No one's
Pam.
ignoring you, but he just jumped on. So give him 1 sec just to say hey. Panther, you want to say hey to everyone?
I'd want to say hi to Pam. Isn't that what we do when Pam jumps in?
That's pretty much
Everybody
all we do.
turns their
Yes.
attention to Pam, which we should, right?
Yes.
And by the way, the whole toothpick, you should do the Scott Hall tribute toothpick throw like you did the other night. I appreciate that. The Razor
At the
Ramon
camera?
tribute. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a little Razor Ramon. Yeah.
You
I
want
think
to
I'm gonna
talk
start
about?
doing that in my outros.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a nice tribute
Yeah.
to
Yeah. I
someone that.
forget who brought it up to me, but whoever did, thank you for that great idea. Because I always have one. All right,
So,
hang on, Pantheon.
yep,
I'm just trying to switch my audio because I'm gonna get feedback in a second if I don't. Okay. You should be good.
right on.
Yep.
Avi Harkishan and his tweet. You want to talk about that? That was one of your
Yes.
questions that came up.
Yes.
So Thomas James, YouTuber, did a video on that tonight, and he was breaking down what this guy's talking about. This RV Harkishan guy, he's apparently a Wall Street hedge fund guy, and he's apparently, I don't know how much of this I'm buying. He's apparently a guy who owns AMC and GME, and people have been jumping on Twitter backing him up, saying he's the real deal. And he's worried that his bosses are going to get him in trouble, and that people have been complaining about his constant AMC GME tweeting for inside information. That the people have been complaining to his bosses, and it might get him in trouble because on Wall Street, he's saying in his tweets that you're not supposed to talk about what's going on with AMC and GME, and he's claiming that, and I saw this a while back. I read his tweets a few hours ago, something to the effect of that we're going to be seeing the high 40s, $48, but he doesn't say when. And he's saying that they are trying desperately to keep us below $22. And you saw today we went to the $22 mark and we instantly just got pushed right back down. So what he's claiming with inside information, according to him, is that the hedgies are it's basically no one talks about AMC GME. Don't do it. On Wall Street, they admit. I'll read off his tweet. This AMC thing is a mess. We effed up big time. Everyone effed up. We don't have the money to cover. Nobody does. There is not enough money to end this. I don't know what will happen. We are willing to pay the SEC $500 million to get out of this. Now, I didn't see that tweet and feel good. I saw that tweet and was a little upset because I certainly don't want them to be paying the SEC $500 million for this thing to go away. But this is the inside information he's claiming he's heard and putting on Twitter under his apparent real name. This whole thing just feels sketch to me. That's all.
That sounds unbelievably sketch.
It does. I mean, we've got this guy who's an insider and he's giving us information, and it's really nothing more than trust me, bro. I'm just telling you guys what I've heard. If you don't want to believe it, don't believe it. New AMC update from his source. This is one of his other tweets. This was on the 19th of March. So, this was about 4 days ago. The same institutions that says they messed up with AMC cannot afford to cover along with many others, and is also saying that Wall Street needs to keep AMC below $22 for it to never go above that price. Let's see how long they can suppress it. Now, today we did see $22 being that point that we bounced off. We've heard
Yeah,
others say that
rejected right
too.
there.
Yeah, it did. But then this guy also goes on to tweet something else about we're going to see $48, but he can't say when. Let me find that tweet for you. I mean, this is something I expected people to ask about today.
I got a couple questions about it. Yeah. Like I
Fire
said,
away.
I was working on the videos all day today, so I haven't been keeping up with the market too much. I was just checking in with AMC and GME sporadically throughout the day.
What else are you wondering about this other than who is this guy?
So,
And
oh, I'm sorry. So, okay. So, first of all, so he's what? He's just a like a CPA. What is he?
yeah, there's another tweet where somebody tries to back him up. I'm just going to pull that up here. Just give me 2 seconds to find that. Here we go. So Bruce Wayne, AMC at AMC supporter, that's this other guy tweeting. He replied to this Avi Harkishan saying his real name is Sarvendra and he wouldn't risk his license. And then this guy proceeds to put out this guy's license on there. Like this Bruce Wayne tweets out this Avi Harkishan, whose real name is Sarvendra. his license as a registered broker, that he works with Equitable Advisors LLC at the Avenue of the Americas in New York, and he's regulated by FINRA, and previous registrations were with JP Morgan. So they're trying to, there seems to be people trying to say this guy's legit, and then he's coming back saying, I've got nothing to hide, but I'm fearful for my job. I don't know. This whole thing's just really nicely coming in a basket as we're pushing forward in a period where everyone's thinking, I'm not trying to discredit this guy, and I'm not trying to discredit Thomas James. This was good that Thomas James did a pretty good video breaking all this down. But when I see things in the world I feel are too good to be true, I typically say, let's ask some questions.
Well, yeah, right. Definitely, yeah. Let me see here. Here's this tweet here. This AMG thing is a mess. Who was he quoting here in quotations?
A source on Wall Street that he has access to overhearing. But
Why does that
won't name
sound
it.
familiar to me? Why does that ring a bell?
I don't think this is a re-emergence of the gentleman from New York, but I just, when you see these things pop up, I don't know, you've seen enough of these things in this play, and you know that we're making a nice move now. Everyone's feeling positive. In fact, last night I was telling people on my a night shift that I wanted to see the volume more than double today, get over 150 million. We saw that. I wanted to see the price go up today, and in regular trading, it did go up. So, after hours it went down, but like everyone always says, Orange Capital says, take after hours with a grain
A
of
grain
salt.
of
That's a good
salt.
saying. I think you say that too.
Yep. Yep.
So I saw the things I wanted to see today to feel more positive about it, but we all have to remember that Max Payne's 15.50 this week. I have to see if it moved up to $16 with this latest move.
I think
They
it went
always
to
pull us
16.50
16.50.
actually
Okay, so we
at
we
the
got
end
to
of
keep an eye on
the
that.
close today. Yeah, 16.50 was Max Payne. We had 170 in volume, and short interest was up to 21.5%.
Yeah. So like we've seen enough in this play over the last 6, 7, 8 months. They tease us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they pull us back to Max Payne on Fridays. I'm not
Yep.
trying to stifle the enthusiasm or the energy. I'm just saying I am being cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been like that since I came on last night, just because, getting too excited and ramping everyone up. But that's, if we then we're gonna set ourselves up for a letdown if we can continue to come down the rest of the week. What are your feelings about so far what's happened this week? Because I haven't talked to you in the last 24 hours.
No, I got shunned by the Massalorian. I tweeted
No,
you,
get
I
out of here.
texted you like 4 or 5 times today,
Did
and
you?
well, I think I called you the Mandalorian on my Sunday night stream. So I'm feeling the effects, guys.
Yeah, I didn't pick up
He's
on
an angry
purpose.
man.
No, that
I'm
was pretty
kidding.
funny though. That was pretty funny.
Did I actually say that? Because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
recall that.
totally. Yep. You
Frick.
said Mandalorian, and then someone corrected you in the chat, and you go, "Yeah, I don't think that's what he calls himself." So, and then they were like, "No, you called him that," when you said it, and I went back to listen. I'm like, "Oh yeah, they did. He did." So I mean,
Well,
it's all good. It has nothing to do with that.
it's all good because people phonetically spell out my name as panties on. So I actually kind of appreciate that.
And they give you the short name of Path, not Panth.
Yeah.
I love the Path.
Nevertheless, they know to find me here on your channel, which is great.
True.
More people
Good
should tune
point.
into your channel. More people should subscribe. You have just frickin' skyrocketed in the subscriptions lately, my friend. You are picking up steam, and I think that's good. A lot of people appreciate what you bring.
Once
Good for
uh
you.
once we turned over 4,000, it went nuts. I've never had growth like that before. Never. So I'm extremely humbled and thankful for everyone who's jumped on. I
Myself
mean,
is calling me. Sorry, go ahead.
what is he saying? What is myself
Pan
saying?
Pantheoff.
Pantheon.
I like his sense of humor.
Yeah, he's good. Myself is good. We got a couple jokesters in here. Couple jokesters in here. Pam saying she is always excited. I know, Pam. I know, girl. Um, let's see. Christopher Jew. Pantheon, do you mind taking some questions with me?
I think the beauty of a smaller group is that we can get to the questions. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Let's
So
talk to the
Christopher
people.
Jew, JU is saying, have you heard of any hedge fund that are for the squeeze? They can't all be idiots. So I guess, Christopher, you're asking, are there a bunch of hedge funds that are just long on AMC? What are your thoughts on that,
I think
Pant?
any hedge fund that's holding a long position, whether they're shorting the stock or not, is doing that because that's exactly what they do. They hedge. So I think in the back of their minds, they're all thinking, if this thing pops, we're going to either cover ourselves or we're here for the, like for example, Vanguard and BlackRock. We know that they're holding long positions, right? So, I
Yep.
mean, there's two people that are looking for a squeeze. Are they looking for the mother of all short squeezes? That we have to sort of determine yet.
Right.
But they're definitely looking for something to pop and have a squeeze. Yeah, I think
Y-
there's hedge funds out there that are smart enough to look at this and say, I'm getting on board the train.
Do you think Wanda held on to those 10,000 AMC shares because they are hoping or thinking there's a possibility that this thing might pop off, and they've thought that since last year?
It's an interesting number they held on to. Like, why not 50,000, right? They were
Right.
mandated by the Chinese government to divest of international assets and bring the money back home, but they still retain 10,000 shares. It's a strange number. It's a number though that if you happen to hit certain price points could be rather profitable.
Gotcha.
And it's a number that's vastly under the percentage of where you have to report, right? There's that
Right.
ownership percentage stake. So, but why not 50,000 shares? I don't know. Because like somebody asked me last night, what do I define a whale as, a retail whale? And my
They asked
retail
me the
whale
same thing.
definition, yeah, my definition of that, just strictly my perspective was more than 30,000 shares to me would be a whale, in my opinion, just based on where the price I'm expecting it to go.
Right.
But 10,000, I think that's still going to be a heck of a payday.
Mike saying in the comments, Walter held on to them for legal purposes. I thought that too, in case there was a class action lawsuit. Maybe they held on to those 10,000 shares so they could be make a claim on a class action, or they could file for their own legal ramifications if they want. Right? Is that
Interesting.
possible?
Interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way, Mike. So I'm going to do some more. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to do some more digging into what the legal ramifications would be with them on that.
Yeah, I
They
mentioned this a while back when Wanda first sold, because I was trying to figure out why would they keep 10,000 shares, and then there was something I looked up about the legality of, um, and what you need in order to file a lawsuit against someone, and you need it had to do with the whole ownership and number of shares and all that. It had to do with all that, and it came down to, I think, 10,000 was like the minimum amount you could have in order to do that. Something like along those lines, but we can look into it again. It was a long time ago I did that video. I can't even remember.
Cool.
It was so long
I'll
ago.
dig I'll dig that up out of your archives. Good question, Mike.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll have
make a
to go
note of that.
back and look. Um, okay, let's see here. Wanda is holding for 100K, Chris says. They could be. They could be. But yeah, Mike, I think Mike, we probably talked about this in the comments before, me and you, about the legal purposes of why they did it. Let's see. Um Chris keeps saying hit the like button. How many likes do we have? Because we have 260 people in the chat. Can anybody give me a like count? Because I can't see them here. You can't see them, Pantheon, can you?
No, not from what
No.
I'm looking
Okay.
at. No, but I can
Someone.
see that Pam's pulling a Seinfeld and she's having the big salad.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I see it here. Eating big salad with salmon. Yeah. Let's see. Riptide Redemption. Good evening, buddy. Glad you caught us too. 214, 216, 187, all within a minute of each other. How do I have 7 different numbers? Every number is different so far. 228, 207, 213, 226, 229, 216, 187. How do I have 90 numbers? I mean, they're all over 200, so that's good. We got a couple 230s, a couple 229s. I guess it depends on when you logged on, right? That's the last time you'll see how many likes are on. I'll have to reload, AMC Panda says. Okay. Pam, just don't double dip on the croutons, Adrian says. Not after that kind of workout.
It's like putting your whole mouth in the bowl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Pantheon. That had nothing to do with you calling me the Mandalorian the other day.
I'm
Nothing
just
to do
teasing
with
you.
that. Yeah, I just went on last night because some people had mentioned in the comments, like, Mass, you haven't done a solo live stream like since the first one you did. Like, why are you always going on a panel? And that no one was complaining about the panel. I think people were just saying we want you to do a solo one. So that's why I just hopped on last night. I felt like it was as good a time as ever
Well, it's
to
like
do
too
that.
much of a good thing. Like you started getting guests on, and then we started doing it. People responded well to it, right? Like we started getting more
Yeah.
guests on, and we sort of figured out a number that worked well, that was kind of easy to manage. And then it sort of happened every stream. And I can see why the people were saying, these guys talk too much. Let's get back to the comments. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I liked watching you go solo last night. I had fun watching it.
Did you catch the end of it last night? I saw you jump in the chat last night, Rev, maybe half an hour before I signed off, right?
Yeah, I didn't know you were on it first, so I caught the end of it. Yep. And then there
Yeah,
was an
that
hour gap before I went on, so yeah, there was plenty of time to catch the end of your stream. Well done.
analytically, that was the best live stream I've done so far. I was
Nice.
shocked. Analytically. Let's see. Someone just sent me something on Twitter. Hold on one second. Harry Parrott, I think, just sent me something on Twitter. Did you send it DM, Harry? Because I don't see it on my Twitter.
Harry's the one that was shorting Survivor and going long on Big Brother, I think, right?
He's shorting Survivor.
Well, he said that a few, maybe a week or two ago. I remember that. I've said that was my favorite comment of the night.
Oh
Harry
yeah,
Parrott, I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
wrote that one. That's good.
All right, whoever just sent me a Twitter. Oh, maybe they sent it to my email, Pantheon. Hang on. Maybe he meant my email.
About this whole
He said it was a nope.
Abby
No.
thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not in my email either. Okay. Andy Amazing says, did I just miss it? What are y'all thoughts that the hedge funds are trying to keep their retail investors in AMC to make profits by making the stock go up and down like a rinse and repeat process? So, Andy, we've talked about that a lot, right? That they've been rinsing and repeating this whole time. Pantheon, what are your thoughts on that? Good evening, Lord
Uh,
Nemesis.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic and an idea that's been discussed quite a bit. And the mindset behind that was as long as they had access to the free money and the cheap money, then they had basically unlimited ability to make these things happen, right? And what we're seeing, and I don't recall, I think it was Lion Trader that pointed it out. I talked to my stream last night about the current status of the SEC rules and regulations, but S70122 amendments to Form PF. That one actually finished its commentary on March 21st. The others are April 11th and April 26th that I'm looking at. So Lion Trader was pointing out that the day after that comment period broke down for the amendments to Form PF was the start of what we're looking at. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. It's a good point. So I'm looking into that too, because the Form PF really was just sort of breaking down the limit that a hedge fund could actually have under house of investing amount of money before they have to start doing certain amounts of reporting. I think it went from 3 billion to 2.5 billion, or I'd have to look the number up again. So that's one that I had on my radar, but I didn't think that would be something that would coincide. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. But Lion Trader's a smart dude, so I'm going to take a look at that more closely. Hope that
Okay.
answers the person's question.
I'm going to pull up Doc Zeno Twitter.
Ooh, breaking news.
That's what it says. Can I go
Let's do
in
it.
here? Did that just make it bigger for you guys? The
It's hard to
screen
read.
bigger? No? Okay.
Yeah, no, the screen's huge. We're small, but it's hard to read the font size. If you could blow it up.
How about now? Bad or good?
No, it didn't change the font
Didn't change
size of
it?
the actual tweet. Major FUD alert.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a big picture up here. This is as big as I can get it. I'm going to read it to you. It says, Major
Tell us.
Fudlet, Teddy Zane's most recent 2 vids just a bit ago. You better take a look at them. He's going to cause real FUD to go around. Let Pantheon know too. I've already given Tony a heads up, but I think he checked his DM. He hasn't checked his DM yet.
What's
Most recent 2 videos made just a bit ago. All right. So
what's he up to?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. And Lord Nemesis is asking the same thing.
Lord Nemesis, maybe you can tell us what's going on. Give us a
Yeah.
little
Can someone
written
tell us what's
breakdown
going
here.
on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
there's a
see,
lot of people coming on here asking about it
four-
now. Jeez.
49 minutes ago. It's called AMC Got Me Like. I'm so effing pissed right now. All right. And 3 hours before that, MOASS or a hint of what's to come. So was that the MOASS question mark?
How long are the videos?
Let's see, 6 minutes and 11 minutes.
We could maybe watch like part of the 6-minute one. Let me
Do you want to
yeah.
give him time on your channel? I don't know, man.
I like to see what he's saying. Can somebody break this down to me consistently and uh correctly what his message is so we could talk about it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it in the comments here. Some people are making comments about this. This, of course, would be hearsay because I'm assuming this person's being honest, and why wouldn't they be? Maybe I'll just go muted for a few minutes. Let me just watch it, and I'll come right back. I won't
Sure.
go anywhere, but let me just mute my mic, and I'll watch it over here. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So Pam just asked about making Diaz a modder. So Pam, you're gonna have to tell me how to do that. Doxino says no, don't play it. Okay. Zayn is Lou on steroids. Oh, okay. So Lorne, is that how you pronounce your name? Lorne? Lorne? And is that male or female name, Lorne? It's nice, whatever it is. I just don't know. Michelle Loves Freedom says he wants to day trade from 21 to 15. Yeah. He's been saying that for a long time, right? Yeah, MC Prosperity is right. How you doing tonight, brother? He's just a day trader. He's not in it long term. I don't think he wants to fix the market. I think he's got a lot going on in his life. There's a lot of people, right, who don't really care about the future of the market. Maybe they don't have kids. Maybe they don't really care about trading at all. Maybe they're just in this to make a quick buck in and out. Everyone's got different reasons, right? I don't know if Teddy's really on this mission like some of us are. Jeff Norman says Zayn lost 20K, 30K one day of days trading. AMC is in Megatron. And he lost a ton on Doge too, right? Didn't he? Like, I mean, it's not like he's got this impeccable track record where he's just been, minting his own crypto. Neek says I take everyone with a grain of salt. Yeah, that's and I do that with everybody, right? And you guys should do that with me too. He said they screwed us, Steve says, and we should be over 40. Now that I believe, be over 40. They held the shares retail bought today and didn't put them until the end of the day when people sold. Yeah, Steve, I mean, we know they're doing this stuff, right? Okay, so Lorne, no E. Lorne, okay. Male, name for the actor, Lorne Green. Lorne. Got it. Thanks, Lorne. He says it's going back to 13 and 14. Did he originally say it was going to 13 and 14 and then we were going to pump right back up again to 22? Like everyone says they like to comment on things that have already happened saying, "Oh, it'll probably happen again." Like, sure. Yep, Doc, I read your tweet. So Pantheon's watching the video right now. Okay, so Pam says right click on Diaz and make him a mod. All right, Diaz, you're gonna have to write me something. He also pushed shift, but I don't shib, but I don't think he currently owns any, Michelle says. Sounds like he's crying. That's why you buy in home. Yeah, maybe he sold Monday morning, right? But you're that cool pink Himalayan salt, dude. Thanks, Carl J. There you are, Diaz. All right, so right click, put user in timeout. Pam, select that. Put user in timeout. Okay, you should be good, Diaz. I just put you in timeout. That's what we want, right? Is that what you're asking for? I'm sorry, I forget what you wanted. Forget what you wanted to do, Diaz. You want me to put Pam in timeout, right? Check my new tweet to you. Okay. Man, this is crazy. Jumping on Twitter. I hate to put Pam on timeout, but if she's acting up. Wow. Interesting. Okay, Doc Zeno. J Beeb says, how many subscribers does Teddy Zane have? Oh, I have no idea. Does anyone in the comments know? I have no clue.
He's got 14,000 subscribers.
14K? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't watch this.
What
I can't watch any more of this. All right. So he has, I skipped ahead in parts, so there's probably pieces I'm missing. He's been saying that for many, many weeks, there's about a $4 or $5 swing window that the hedgies have been just rotating this. It's something like 13 to 15 or 14 to 19 or something like that, right? And he's been saying it's just going to run up and down as it's been, and he's missed it. This was a previous video before these two. So he was claiming that he was going to jump in on it. I remember watching that video and seeing what happened yesterday. I remember thinking to myself, I wonder if he played the momentum as he was suggesting. That would mean he got out before it went higher.
correct?
So both videos, he's showing his entire face. He typically cuts off half his face. That's different. And he's clearly agitated and upset. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm not going to spend, 14 minutes of my life watching these two videos. But it seems to be that he seems to be under the belief that we are going to that we're done, that this was the squeeze, and we're heading back down. They're just going to short us all the way back down, and he's quite angry about it.
That's
So
his take.
that's the part of the take that I had the time to actually listen to. Okay, guys, we had. He's claiming. I guess here I'm going to paraphrase. I'm so I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm not going to speak for Teddy. What I'm getting out of this personally is he's suggesting the volume we had yesterday, which was 75 million shares traded. We had
Correct.
170 million shares traded today. It basically
Correct.
cleared up everything, with the exception of shares that they've held back and they're going to release later. And he's thinking that that's now wiped out everything. I don't know if he
Oh,
doesn't believe. I don't know if he doesn't believe in synthetics. I don't know.
you mean
Uh,
they're gonna smooth out all the shares from last week, like over a sandwich
I don't know.
and triple witching whatever?
He didn't get in. I didn't stick around long enough to hear more details of it, but he's clearly under the impression that either he's in a position to be missing out, or the whole thing has been done. The shorts covered. They covered so quick. They've closed their positions. That is not true. That is that.
I
So.
mean, we're at 21% utilization on short interest.
Well, I guess he's suggesting in 2 days we'll see the report come back. Um, you know,
So basically, this will be wrapped up by Friday at 4:30,
well,
4 o'clock.
you know what happened to Chicken Little, who screamed the sky was falling, right?
Yep,
Right.
I do.
So, like, everybody, let's calm down. Let's
Yeah.
get receipts. Enough of this trust me, bro. And if anyone's actually taking this serious, please don't.
That is the one thing, right? With this play, you gotta come with receipts. If you don't come with receipts, you have no credibility in this movement.
Yeah.
You really don't.
It's kind of strange. The guys that like to say the most "don't be emotional" are the two guys that are, I think, by far and away the most
The
emotional
most
when they put
emotional,
their
right?
videos out. Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got way too much testosterone in his brain, uh, and I think it's messing with his judgment. Backyard Boogie says Zayn thinks it's going to keep pumping from 13 to 20. At one time he had, so Michelle knows a little bit about what he had. Charlotte Stream says at one time he had over 4,000 shares. I've been watching him for a while now. Does he still hold 4,000 shares, Michelle?
There was a
We
day
just
where he jumped into Weeble. Sorry, Massalorian. There was a
good.
day he jumped into Weeble and bought like $100,000 worth of shares or something. But I mean, the story, I don't know the details. Allegedly, the story is that he then turned around and just sold them right back as soon as he went off camera or something like that. I have no
Y
idea.
yeah, I mean, has he called any dates or anything in the past? I mean, has he called anything? Or he's just day traded the stock, right? Pretty much?
I I do not follow him.
Yeah, me
So
neither.
this is not somebody that I know the history of. He only came onto my radar when CS Trades 101 caught him on actually like not just taking his DD, but he literally took his video, took a phone and recorded the computer screen with his phone and tried to hide the CS Trades logo, which didn't really work out, and then narrated over top of it with incorrect information. And then CS Trades 101 had to say, remove that video, and it became quite annoying. So that's when he
Wonderful.
came onto my radar. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I think we should move on to somebody else's question.
J Beebs is just curious, and I am too. Are we just talking about AMC in his video? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know if he's invested in anything else.
Okay. No, I mean, was he talking about that it was just for AMC today, that's what we saw today was just what about GME?
He I didn't hear him specify, but I zipped
Okay,
ahead in parts. I wasn't going to watch the whole thing. Sorry.
okay.
Maybe somebody could clarify that for us. I don't think I've ever heard him talk GME, but he may have. I don't know.
Opinionated assholes, you gotta go watch Pantheon's, channel. His DD is amazing, man, so and I appreciate your loyalty to me and John Wiki. Um, but, I approve Pantheon stuff, man. He's got some great DD. Great DD.
But
Okay,
this
Panch
channel's where it's at. This channel's where it's at, my friend.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm
I couldn't even get a guest on tonight. What are you talking about? Go to my channel tab, select customize channel. Wow, this is all right. Pantheon, can you? I'll pull up a question real quick, and maybe you could answer it.
I'll try.
Um, okay, Derek A. Here we go, and then I'll pull up Narrow White.
What's the news on Evergrande? I worked all day. Ah, excellent. So the people that are owed money on Evergrande are starting to get a little wiry, a little worked up, and starting to want something done to demand their money. Now, Dr. Marco Metzler has pushed, and I want to say this correctly. So let me just have one quick minute. I'll talk while I'm pulling this up. Boss Blunts did a tweet today on this. And I just want to make sure I repeat what he said correctly. Give me one sec, guys. It's regarding Dr. Marco Metzler and how the insolvency petition has been pushed to the next stage. I just don't want to say it incorrectly. Here we go. It's official. Dr. Marco Metzler has filed the official statutory demand against Evergrande for failing to pay their bond note. A statutory demand is a formal written demand for payment of a debt within 21 days. If the debtor does not pay within 21 days, dot dot dot. There's two more tweets to this. Anyways, this is excellent news. So if you guys aren't aware of it, Dr. Marco Metzler is a gentleman who purchased some of the bonds from Evergrande strictly for the purposes of investigating were they actually going to file for for their insolvency and go through the proper processes to see what's going down. And everything of it has been incorrectly, I'm not going to say illegally, but incorrectly handled through this whole process. And things should have happened a lot faster than they have because people are being protected who have a lot of money in this play. And if they hit the full insolvency and their bonds, their paper goes to nothing, goes to worth nothing if they come, junk status, then there's a lot of people, including BlackRock and RBC in Canada and others, who are going to end up with some pretty big issues with the value of that paper becoming worthless. And that's going to be a big impact throughout the markets. So Dr. Metzler's been having trouble finding a lawyer in the Caribbean because that's where the Evergrande is actually based out of. Well, they're not based out of, but that's where they're filed, right,
Right.
as a corporation. And he went there and he had trouble finding a lawyer that would take the case once they understood who he was actually trying to sue, because the people that are owed money with Evergrande are very powerful people. So what basically came down was he was trying to find somebody, and I'll just say it this way, with enough balls to actually take this case forward and officially release from Marcel, the butcher of Wall Street, Mr. Boss Blunts himself, one of the people I think is an absolute goat. He tweeted today that Dr. Metzler has filed the official statutory demand against Evergrande. And I understand that Boss Blunts is getting Dr. Marco Metzler for an interview this week. So stay tuned for Boss Blunts when he goes live on that.
Yep. Second one, right?
Did I buy you enough time?
Yeah. I wanted to try and make Diaz a moderator. But I guess you have to like pull his name from the chat somehow and like save it. I'm not sure. Mike says Meltzer would be treated as a last in line creditor. That is, if his filing is even recognized. So is Boss having him on to talk about this specific thing?
Yeah, he's had him on twice before, giving updates for what he's actually up to. Look,
Okay.
Dr. Metzler isn't it doesn't he's not doing this to get his money out of it. He didn't do this to make money on this play. He strictly did this to be able to be someone who has to be allowed in the room to get the actual facts. He's spending his own personal money just to find out the truth of what's really happening and expose it. He's not
That's
looking at this as if he's last in line, I don't think he cares.
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And there's a lot of people have sunk a lot of their hard-earned money into uh seeing this play through, right? I mean, anyone who has a somewhat stable channel right now that's like trying to keep up with the information, not even so much live streams, but just putting out content, you had to invest some money. I mean, you could have just picked up your phone and started, right? And
Mhm.
I think if you can get away with that and your content is that good that, all the other things don't matter, then you are blessed. And my hat's off to you, right? But some of us did put a lot of money into this to try to make it look professional and make it enjoyable and make it something that is not going to get you overhyped or depressed per se, but keep even keel, right?
Yeah, and since you're cool with like hyping other people's stuff, again, I
Yeah.
just want to say check out Boss Blunts. The next time he goes live, please check out what he's doing because he doesn't go live every day. He goes when he has something really top level to bring up. And he's working on getting Dr. Metzler back. And his work with the think tank on their Discord, it's second to none. So, and he works with Bigham's too, right? So I mean, you've got a power group there, guys. That's a team I think you should be listening to if you're not. The information's top level. Thanks, Mass.
Yep. Um, Diaz. Okay, Diaz. Let me see here. So I probably have to add. Yeah, man. It doesn't give me an option to like select you. I can only reply to you. I can block you on YouTube. I can put you in a timeout, or I can add you to the block list in restream chat. Those are my only options. So, and I gotta jump off this now. I gotta get back to the chat. So we'll have to find out, Diaz, how we can do that in the future.
Lauren's asking, can you imagine Blunts and Lou in a collab? If you've ever
That would
been
be
in
awesome.
Boss Blunt's Discord and you've ever tried putting Lou's name in there, you would understand why I'm laughing at that. That's never gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a banned word on that Discord.
Is he a big fan of Lou or no?
No, no, it's a banned word. You're not allowed to,
Oh, you're not
you
allowed to
say,
say it over there.
yeah,
Okay.
you say that, and I can tell you if someone were to go in there and type about, hey, anyone see Lou's last video, you're gonna get something coming your way there. I love it. I love it. Not that I love people picking on Lou. I'm just saying I love the way Boss runs his Discord,
Yeah.
right? You
Yep.
get one warning, and then there's the ban hammer. I think he's coming
Yep.
a little softer, but yeah, I love it there. Anyway, sorry. I will stop talking about him. Let's get back to you. What do you want to
No,
talk about?
no. I want to get his ass on here. So I want people to put the pressure on full court press.
You two, you
Um,
two are aligned in so many ways the way you think. I'm serious. You two
well,
are going to do
that's what everyone's been saying for like weeks
yes.
now, and they're like, and then I watched some of his material. And I'm like, oh man, this would be a good conversation if we just went back and forth, throwing ideas out. Um, He who shall not be mentioned. Steve says, does anyone have a synopsis on AMC GME at all? Pick one. Synopsis? Steve, in what sense? Synopsis on what? Fundamentals on this week, on options? What are you looking for a synopsis on?
Yeah, if Steven listens to Pantheon Radio, he knows I can't say anything concise
Yeah, on
anymore.
PANTHEON Radio, you say "Lou," you get the boot.
No, no, that's not true.
Oh, no?
We've t
Okay.
I try not to say his name. We've talked about the gentleman from New York. Pantheon Radio is an evening shift. It's where we're being a bit more mellow. We're being, a little chill. We're gonna move into the evening and
Yeah,
have
it's
a
like
nice
PANTHEON
conversation.
after dark.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yep,
right.
slip into something, slip into some nice negligee, uh, pour yourself a tall Grand Marnier and, kick your feet up.
All right.
Um,
Just Steven's looking for an update. Boy, a short update on what's happening.
oh, man, I mean,
Money printer go burr.
yeah, money printer go burr. Ed Doe says there is a Fed money. I believe that Jay Powell went and did a meeting this morning, didn't he? Pantheon, did he not?
Hold on a sec. I
Didn't
ended
Jay
up
Powell
having
speak today? Yeah, I'm almost positive he did because Meet Kevin did a video with one of those faces like he just took a dump in his own underwear.
okay.
Uh,
Let's have a
and
talk
it
about
it was
those
about
faces.
it was about Jay Powell killing the market again.
Let's have a talk about those faces. Just as an aside for one quick second. Why do and this is a question nobody's going to be able to answer. Why when I signed up for my YouTube channel, I must have missed the memo that said you have to make ridiculously stupid faces like the kid from Home Alone. I mean, it works for that movie on the poster. You've got to make these ridiculous faces for every video, like you've got the most shocking face ever, a reaction nobody would ever have. And the memo must have said everyone has to say smash, 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 smash the like button. It is the one of the most cringy things I've ever seen.
It
Man,
really
I and
is.
I mentioned this last night, but, like, I must have missed that memo because I just I don't know. There's my little rant. I'm looking it up here. Let's see. Fed's officials nod to the big rate hikes. So, Jerome Powell is trying to right now change his narrative. Um, he was basically following his orders. Like, okay, so I don't know how deep down the rabbit hole you wanna go, but, you know,
Well, I mean, I know they've been putting this off for long enough and that they've been partying basically with the money printer and handing it out to all their friends.
intentionally putting it off. They've Jerome
Right,
Powell, as much as he's looking clueless, saying, "I don't have answers for that. I have no answers for that." He knows exactly what he's doing. And Janet Yellen, Boss's old yeller, his ex-girlfriend, she used to run the Fed, right? So I mean, these
right.
two people know exactly what they're doing. And you know, Powell people are waking up more than they had in the past. And I think what he's doing right now with that, oh, well, I don't know what we're going to do about the rate hike, and then coming in with a 0.25 basis rate, it's a ridiculous 25 points moving up. And now he's talking finally, hey, let's go up 0.5% for maybe each of the next two meetings and looking at a rate hike each of the next meetings for the rest of 2022. I think he's just trying to repair his image and repair how he's coming off because I think they're realizing that no one's believing them, no one's trusting them, right?
Right. I think ever since they dropped transitory,
Oh God.
well, actually, since they came up with transitory, maybe was when they really started losing me personally.
I'll tell you a funny story from last night. The last three live streams that I did, because someone just mentioned about smashing the like button. The last three live streams that I did, there's one thumbs down on each of them. And YouTube's removed the ability for people to see how many thumbs down a video gets. But there's
Now,
one
hang on
thumb
about
down.
that. Hang on about that because
Yes,
I've
sir.
I've I've seen that too, and I've heard that, but I've seen some YouTube creators who have other channels about other things displaying the dislikes. Do you have to have YouTube like premium to see the dislikes?
Oh, that could well be. I don't have YouTube Premium.
Okay, neither
I'm
do I.
slum I'm slumming it
Me
on the
too.
graveyard shift. What do you want from me?
I mean, I'm trying to, I just got, the Envato bill, my Envato bill for the month. It's, like, ridiculous. I can't, there's only so many things. You gotta pick and choose very wisely when you're, paying for these subscription-based things, you know? You
So I
can't just subscribe to everything.
I was just telling the viewers last night on the graveyard shift. I said, look, if the person who's doing the thumbs down is listening, I just want you to hear this from me. When we were able to see the dislikes on all the videos, then the thumbs down would make an impact. People could see there's like, 10 thumbs up and 15 thumbs down. You could see the overwhelming sentiment is people don't like this video.
Right.
In the videos now that you can't see that, it doesn't help you to thumbs down a video. And in fact, the algorithm doesn't care if you have thumbs down or thumbs up. If you just have thumbs, the algorithm will actually push the video more likely. So if you guys were like, if, for example, I said if somebody were to offer me 100 thumbs up and no thumbs down, or no thumbs up and 1,000 thumbs down, you take the 1,000 thumbs down because it actually still helps you get pushed by the algorithm
Right.
because people are reacting. So my
Right.
advice was, I don't personally care if one person wants to keep thumbing down my live streams, but all I'm saying is you're clearly watching it and you're clearly taking the time to give me a thumb and you're actually helping me. So
Yeah.
if you don't like what I'm saying, I'd recommend just don't watch me and
Hmm.
just don't give me any thumbs if you really want to make an impact. But
The
instead,
comments, the same thing. Same thing with the comments, right? Whenever someone makes a comment saying, blah, 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 something about Lou in the video, I'm like, listen, man, I respect your opinion and I appreciate you helping along the algo. But my opinions are just that. You like I always tell people, if you want to go watch them, go watch them.
see, there's
Riptide Redemption. Thank you, buddy, very much. Just a quick hello to all the familiar names in here. Love you all, and thanks, Massalorian, for your dedication. Riptide, thanks for keeping the lights on. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very
here's
much.
here's Carl Keller. I got you, Carl. It's you. I got it now. He says, "Damn, I thought it hurts."
What happened? What did I
No, he's
miss?
just he's pretending he's just having fun with me. He's saying
Oh,
I'm the guy who gave you the thumbs down. I thought it would hurt you. He's just having fun.
gotcha,
He's
gotcha,
having
gotcha,
fun.
gotcha. Mike has something to weigh in on about Jay Powell's speech today.
Jeez, look
He
at Mike
said
with the
new
DD.
forms. What's that?
I said, look at Mike with the DD.
Mike's always got DD. He said new forms of digital money, such as cryptocurrencies and stablecoins, present risk to the U.S. financial system and will require new rules to protect consumers. Right, because the value of the dollar is going down by the minute. So I'm not surprised that he said that, Mike. I think that we should just keep using Bitcoin and Ethereum and any other crypto to keep paying each other for things, no matter what they say.
That's what they want to regulate. When
Yeah.
those kind of coins are on the actual true blockchain that they cannot control, they
Yep.
want that to be abolished because
Right.
they know that we have the ability to handle finances without them. It's like going back to the barter system of the old days, right? And the problem they don't like with the fiat currency is they can't control the dollar bills that are in my wallet. So when I
Correct.
go out and I spend cash, I can spend it on whatever I want. Now, what they've introduced as part of these new digital currencies for these governments, but they're starting to introduce regulations that say your employer, who will actually give you the money, will start to potentially have the ability to decide how that money can be spent. So if your employer doesn't like you buying junk food, they can stop you from buying junk food. Now, if they're going to give employers that ability, how is the government not going to take that ability themselves? And we've already had in Canada the government stepping in trying to deregulate or try to regulate, sorry, cryptocurrencies and basically say if you're giving any money to any causes that we justify as a terrorist cause, such as truckers in bouncy castles, then we're going to have the ability to shut down your accounts. That's where this digital currency thing is running, guys. Like that's where it's heading towards the ability for them to decide what you spend it on. Is it environmentally conscious and what they want? Is it to the companies they want you to spend it on? And if you don't spend it within that 30 days that it's been issued, it goes away. So there's no ability to save for the future. This is where things are headed. I'm going
Yep.
down this path, dude. I could save it for
Digital
Pantheon Radio if you want, but like this is where
digital
I'm
credit
going.
score is on its way for sure, right? Digital credit score is on its way. They're gonna
There's
try.
some institutions are doing it already. There's some
Yeah.
banks right now that are already instituting your it was an environmental, was it ECG score? What's the term for that? It's not ECG.
Um,
Environmental.
hold
Anyways,
on.
you get the point. Yeah, but
Yep.
like, and we've got to wake up to this stuff now. We got to be careful about this stuff now. You can't let the governments put these things in and after the fact say, well, how did we let this happen? I think I've moved into my 1 a.m. mindset rather than my 8:38 p.m. mindset.
ESG
So
score.
ESG score, that's it.
Yep. Yep.
It's not a good thing, guys. It's not a good thing. All right.
And just so everyone knows, Lupe is a male, Male. So there is no confusion.
Bobby M. Investor. He's if you can you pull that comment up, please, Massalorian?
Sure.
Sorry. This ties into what we just talked about. Uh, A certain YouTuber is talking about Hedgie's trying to bribe the SEC for 500 million. So I'm assuming when you say a certain YouTuber, I'm assuming you're referring to the guy from New York. However, um, that was already broken earlier by Thomas James. And yeah, we did talk about that a little bit earlier.
Trying to get his comment up.
It's that tweet that we were talking about where that guy was
Okay.
tweeting, right? That his
Okay.
bosses, well, of course, they would rather pay $500 million to the SEC for this thing to go away. Sounds like somebody else has grabbed onto it and is trying to turn it into something else.
Instead of paying us out 10 trillion.
Yeah, and how would that go over? Just imagine if you heard the SEC did a $500 million fine for billions of synthetics, and we were all told what? What are we going to get told?
To go
Sorry,
screw.
guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna get your money back. They've already admitted they can't get the money back.
Right.
They've been making a killing over this last year in so many other avenues, and now they're afraid they can't pay it off. That they can't pay it off if they also want to maintain the same lifestyle they have now. But I'm sorry, if I can't make my mortgage payments, I'm not living the same lifestyle I live now. Rules for thee, but not for rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah.
Well, they did that with the masks, right? Rules for thee, not for me.
Yep.
Everyone
And
needed masks everywhere.
that party at the Met, wasn't that the perfect explanation of example of exactly that rule?
Eat the rich. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the New York the gala they had there that she had the dress on there, AOC.
Yep. Walking up the steps with the ropes holding back the press on either side of the steps, and the press all had to be masked. The people serving inside had to wear masks, but the
Yep.
beautiful
Yep.
elite at $30,000 a ticket, they got to
Yep.
go unmasked.
Yep. That thing they had up in Napa. Yep. I remember that. Yep. The Democratic DNC fundraiser there. Yeah. Everyone was maskless except for the help. It's nice. Someone says after the MOASS, his name will be Ken Prison. Adrian says. Everyone, I was saying earlier in the comments, there was someone that came on earlier, right when the live stream came on, and he had commented on last night's live stream, and he's like, "You sit there and bitch about Lou doing 10 3-minute videos a day, and then you go on and doing a 2.5-hour live stream." He's like, "What's the difference?" He's like, "You're a hypocrite. You're doing exactly what Lou is doing."
No.
And I wrote back in the comments and said, "Okay," I said, "I want you to think about what you just said, and then go watch the first 10 minutes of my live stream and tell me what is the difference between lose 3-minute videos or the first 10 minutes of my live stream. How much will you learn more on? How many questions will you have answered during Lou's video?"
And just looking at it strictly from a YouTube payout scenario, it's not the length of time that one video goes is comparable to 12 short videos. If you can do a 2-hour live stream, but imagine it this way, every 20 minutes, Mass would shut off the live stream and start a brand new one. And you guys
Right.
all had to log into the new one every 20 minutes just to get the live stream. That would be more comparable to the way, and there's nothing wrong, by the way, with throwing out 12 videos a day. That's working the system for the AdSense revenue. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just strictly talking about how YouTube pays out. That guy's figured out how to get the maximum benefit payout. That's why you get a video for 3-4 minutes and it says, I'll hit the next topic on another video. You could easily do it in one video, but he's figured it out, right? He gets those 20, 30,000 views all over again. And that's where the payout is for AdSense revenue, because more people have to watch ads again. Now,
Right.
separate from that, we're talking about the content is a separate topic, and you can't compare that. Your content versus his content. Your content's superior. My 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I don't have the inside connections that he does, clearly. I only have you guys to deal with and my subscribers and my viewers to chat with. We don't have all that behind the curtain knowledge, but there is a difference. I mean, the reason the live streams go long is, first of all, people come and want to be engaged in conversation with each other, or the hosts, or the guests that are on, whoever it is, right? If I probably wouldn't be complaining about him if he was just doing one live stream. By the way, guys, just so you know, when we do these live streams, the long ones that are sometimes like 4 or 5, 6 hours, or even 3, Google does all the ads for that. We have no control over that at all. Um, someone said like in the first 25 minutes there was an ad the other night when he was watching the 3-hour live stream, and I think that's probably about average, right? You probably get like 6 or like 2 per hour, which would is not that much if you think about it, guys, because normally like a 10-minute video, you'll have 3 ads, one in the beginning, one in, the middle, and one at the end. So for a live stream, it's actually might seem like more, but it's actually less. Eric says, Eric, good evening. Steve M, good evening. Did we witness a controlled squeeze today? What do you think about that, Pantheon? Is that what we saw today? I don't think so.
I don't think that we've started squeezing,
No.
although others would say this play was done back in February. Um, but no, all joking aside, no, I think that the pressure is mounting. I think that they are starting to have less ability to play the tricks that they've been playing on us, and somebody's kid tripped over the cord to the I don't know, but whatever happened, some volume starting to make it into the lit exchange. And if you saw Ryan Cohen, not that he did it himself all, but when he bought his 100,000 shares of GME,
Yep.
right? It was 100,000 shares he bought of GME. He did it in multiple minimal small orders. He didn't do
I
it in
saw
one big
that.
order. Yeah,
Yeah. There's
smart,
like 100 orders or more.
because they could have easily taken a 100,000 order, pulled
Right.
that aside, and run that through the dark pool and said, well, that's
Instead, he
clearly
ran it up all
institutional
day.
buy. Yep,
Yep. He ran it up
yep.
all day,
And that's
which is
why
how AA should have done it.
that's what we should all be doing. Not that if you pay a commission, you should break it into share blocks of 8 shares, but the point being, you know, when we make sure the orders are all going to the lit exchange on purpose, it does impact the volume. It does. It
Yep.
absolutely does.
Thanks, Carl.
Hey, are you
Um,
planning to go much longer?
what time is it? Quarter
Um,
to 12.
yeah, I had set my radio to go on at 9, but I'm happy to push that back to 10.
I was thinking probably going until about quarter past 12. That's okay. Like another half an hour. Is
Another half hour? Yeah,
that all
yeah,
right with
I'll
you?
stay with you. I'm just gonna push my thing back. It's cool.
I don't know, guys. Anyone want to stay on, or is everybody getting tired, or what should we do? Let's put a 1 in the chat if you want to stay on for another half an hour, and if you guys are getting tired, don't put anything in the chat. If I see a bunch of ones, well, yeah, if you don't mind going till 12:15, maybe we can get a couple more questions in.
I'm not
Red
trying to
Tide
rush
would
you.
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
just I'm trying to figure out different times that make sense to kind of recurring time here. And I had texted you earlier trying to ask about what you were going to do. I just wanted to see if 9 was going to interfere. 10 o'clock, I think, makes more sense for me, anyways. So I'm going to
Okay.
push that back, and it's completely cool with me, man.
Do you need to leave right now, or
No, no,
we got a
no.
lot of ones?
Yeah, no. Let's keep going.
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
people have spoken.
The people have spoken, yes. If it was you or Netflix tonight, Massalorian. Thanks, Red Tide. Appreciate that. I beat out Netflix.
I just pushed mine back to 10 o'clock, that which would be an hour and 15 minutes from now. So let's
Okay,
just keep
guys.
rolling,
So
my
just so
friend.
you have that, yeah. So an hour and 15 minutes from now, Pantheon will be back on his channel. Let's see here. Taj, where'd you go here? Taj is asking, do we think something happens pre-market tomorrow? I'm not counting on pre-market tomorrow, Taj. I want to see how we close out the week. I think that's the most interesting development that I'm still waiting for everything we've seen the past 48 hours. I'd like to know, where do we land on Friday? What do you think, Pant?
I think that, like I said last night, I wanted to see today break over 150 million volume, and I wanted to see a rising share price. I didn't put a number for what I wanted the price to be. Now, I saw that today. The next thing I want to see is I want to see at least those numbers increasing as again, if not maintaining, increasing. For my opinion, if I see the volume decreasing tomorrow and the share price remaining stagnant or going down a little bit, to me, that makes me feel like we're going probably closer back to max pain, as they've done multiple weeks in a row. They give us some hope Monday and Tuesday, and they control it back down. This time we ran more than we normally would. But if they bring it down $1 in pre-market and they bring it down $1 in the regular trading and bring it down 50 cents after hours on Thursday, they're now within striking price of max pain. So that's what I'll be watching for tomorrow. And I'm going to be Pantheon Radio will be going past 1 a.m. for me, which is pre-market open. I'm going to want to see how things kick off in the morning. So we'll be talking about that
Yeah,
tonight.
that's my only thing with the last couple live streams. I wanted to be up at 4:30, you know. Stock Market Junkie says, "How can the volume?" By the way, welcome to the channel, Stock Market Junkie. How can the volume be so high if we own 90% of the float and are not selling? What does that indicate to you, Pantheon?
There's a couple things. First off, there are always people selling. Is there 170 million shares of retail selling today? Absolutely not. But there are always people that are buying and selling. There's also, as people call it, the ping ponging, right? That's not legal, but they constantly do that to increase the volume. It's not that they're trying to do it to increase the volume, they're doing it to try and control the price. So if there's not enough buying pressure coming in, say for example, we're all going to the lit exchange, the only way they can combat it is by shorting more. And we were 100% utilized and there were no shares available today. So the only way they could do it is the ping ponging effect to try and drive the price down unless there's enough pressure to push that up. It's like two hands. The ping ponging is a hand pushing down, and our buying in the lit exchange is a hand pushing up, smack together. And if we aren't pushing up hard enough, they're going to push us down by that ping ponging. And that's what the transparency is going to start putting a stop to eventually when it gets past proposal stage and gets enacted. The other thing is that the market makers legally, I talked about this last night, the market makers legally on level 3 have the ability to create synthetic shares to keep the markets liquid. That is an
Right.
absolute truth. However, it's not that they can create as many synthetics as they
As they
want
want.
and just leave them out there forever. It's a short-term fix to keep things flowing, and it's clearly being abused.
Yep. Yep. Long Island Dave, thank you for that. Long Island Dave says, "Hey, Mass, what are my thoughts on the Avi tweet about the hedge funds needing bailouts in order to cover? Seems a little fuddy to me." Dave, I don't know how much more money possibly they can print to bail these guys out. They have been bailed out over and over and over again. And all it is doing is causing prices across the world to go up um, constantly. And, you know, they're trying to use the interest rate hikes to combat that. And it's like, we're so far past any point of no return. I don't see how they're going to get bailed out again. But then again, they can't. They are too big to fail, according to a lot of people. So maybe there is another bailout coming. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Pantheon?
It wouldn't surprise me if you're subscribing to the World Economic Forum and the plan that they have publicly laid out to everyone for everyone to see, and yet people still call the people talking about that as conspiracy theorists. They've only been proven over the last 4 or 5 years. Those conspiracy theorists are actually nothing more than just a spoiler alert, to put it bluntly. And part of that plan is eliminating the fiat currencies. And so, continuing to print more and more money is getting them closer and closer to the point where they're going to say, we got to tap out of the markets. This could be maybe not what they wanted to do, but it could certainly be an opportunity for them to say, look it, we can just, yeah, you miss Brady?
Yeah, man, it hurts. It hurts. Yeah.
He cemented his
Sorry.
legacy though.
I didn't mean to break your concentration.
No,
My
that's
fault.
cool. But he,
Sometimes.
like, do you believe that he left to cement his legacy away from Belichick? Do
No.
you believe that's part of why he left?
No,
'Cause
I
there
think
was a
he got a raw deal here. I think
there,
they were disrespecting him. This guy was the heart and soul of this team. He was a constant professional. He was a winner, and you know, and he showed who was boss after he left. And I think he was slighted a little bit because of how popular Belichick was as well, and because of Belichick's track record. And they were winning rings together. But when it came down to it, Brady took the championship, and granted, he had a great team, and I think the Patriots will be good going forward. But yeah, man, I mean, I met Brady. I was bartending at an Outback Steakhouse in 2000 or 99, whenever it was. And Brady came in with his girlfriend from Michigan and his agent. I forget his name. It wasn't Don Yee at the time. It was another guy because he had just got drafted. And they came in to eat dinner. and they sat in the lounge. So I had them as a table because it was late night. So the bartenders would come out and pick up the tables. And he signed a menu for me because I knew who he was. Obviously, I was a huge Pats fan back then. And ever since that night, meeting him for the first time, like just out of college like that, it's just been a love affair. So yeah, I'm like very loyal to Brady. So I think he proved his point. I don't know why he's coming back. I think he wants to win a championship and walk off the field. He could have done that 2 years ago. I don't know, man. He's still good though. I mean, he almost won MVP last season. If
That's
it
right.
wasn't for Rodgers, he would have won MVP. So
And he's one of those athletes like Derek Jeter that has managed to keep, much of his private life off the back pages and come out looking like a pretty darn good person. I mean, I would
yeah,
love to have dinner with Derek Jeter and Tom Brady. I think that'd be a hell of a dinner party because they
yeah.
seem like pretty classy guys, or at the very least, smart enough not to get caught in markets like, Boston and New York. How do you do
Right,
that?
right, 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 right. Didn't Brady move into Jeter's place down in Tampa? That's where he
Oh,
lived
that's
for a
right.
while, didn't he?
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Hey, and
s-
by the way, before we jump forward, if I could for one quick sec, I want to say hi to AB Investments. Nice to see you here
yeah, he
supporting
was in
Massalorian.
earlier too. He was in
And
earlier.
and I'm also seeing the comments here about the Mr. Zane's video. So I would just appeal to everybody here, please don't go to his YouTube page and blast his comment section. I think that's what he's looking for. So we're better than that. Um, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, you think he's just looking for attention?
I think he's always looking for attention.
Me too. Me too. After the squeeze, Taylor M says, should I liquidate all of that was not the question I tried to pull up. Hang on. First of all, Doc Zeno, I'm just gonna go down the line here. Doc Zeno says PBS documentary, excellent, eye opener, must watch. Yeah, that was an awesome documentary series. There was two of them, Money Power on Wall Street, Part 1 and Part 2. Very good. Um, check Joe Burrow. You're gonna see a lot more of him. 801 Ape Nation says, yeah, he's gonna be a stud. No doubt about it. He'll be better than Mac Jones, I think. This is the Lions' year, Mike says. Okay, Mike. Let's see. Stafford out here in Detroit first, but congratulations. These guys are the way, says Corey Ryder. Thanks, Corey. Julie says, poor Teddy. What was that question I just had? Oh, right here. Taylor M. Um, says, after the squeeze, should I liquidate all my earnings into my bank account? Taylor, you mean should you take all of your dry powder or all of your money out of your brokerage account? That's up to you, right? That's up to you. AB Investments, Teddy Zayn, the Doge Warrior. He's I guess he used to be a Doge channel and powerlifting channel, and then he got into AMC day trading AMC, and he's been around for a while now. I don't know if he's had his channel as long as some of us have. I don't know when he started his channel, to be honest with you. Probably before me, actually. Samira says, Mass, do you think all these meme stocks going up together is good for the AMC squeeze, or is it just an obstruction like always? I mean, Samira, I think right now that AMC kind of is getting picked up by on the coattails of GME right now because of all the news and excitement swarming around GME. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Cohen's gag order just get lifted? Is that why he's making such a splash right now? Does anyone
I
know in the comments?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Um,
Why did he have a
Trek
gag
Down
order?
Under says, "Hey, Mass. Hey, Trek. What's that, Pantheon?
Why was he under a gag order? What's that all about? I don't even know that.
Because of the investigation into the GameStop fiasco back in March of last year, right
I'm
after
seeing
they
it
were
was
called into Congress.
Yeah, I'm seeing it was supposed to be lifted in February.
Oh, maybe it was February. What was the date? Is there a date there?
Let's see, 120 days. Let's see. He agrees that the from the date of this release, 120 calendar days to the first anniversary of the meeting, that was on June 9th, 2021. So that would have been expiring February 9th, 2022, unless somebody can tell me there's better information.
February 9th, 2022?
Yeah,
Okay. I thought it was March.
unless Yeah, I'm looking at Reddit. I don't know if this is right. I can't validate that right now.
Let me see. Check with Thomas James. He can validate everything on Reddit.
Isn't that what Andrew Mo Money used to do? Didn't he just used to sit there and read Reddit posts all day? He's back, isn't he?
Yeah,
He
yeah, he
stopped
still
for a
got his
while and he
channel.
came back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Teddy's had a channel since 2009.
Okay, so
I
he's
don't
been
know,
around a long time. Yeah.
don't know what he's been doing, but yeah, he's had a channel since then.
When is the date on this? Ryan Cohen needs to say or do something about the obvious market manipulation against his company's stock. Look, they dropped Express GME. Can't wait for this to break out and crush them all. Nobody has on here when his gag is up. Yes, his legal gag order is now over, so it's time for him to pipe up.
Well, he tweeted, he put his money where his mouth is, and he bought 100,000 shares.
1,000 shares, yeah, and
So,
he staggered them, right? He didn't just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hat tip to Mr. Cohen.
Yeah, for real, seriously. What happened to Mr. Prime Rib, says Apes for Us Wall Street. I don't know. He's made about 40 videos today, I think. Incognito says, I pick things up, I put them down. Yes, sir. Harry Parrott says, have you seen my baseball? Very serious. Being petty is a part of this scenario. Brady gave himself to the Patriots and they showed him the door. Seems to be having, yeah, I don't think he was having fun here, right? Neither was Gronk. A lot of them couldn't say what they wanted. Gronk couldn't bang who he wanted to bang. There was a lot going on. Riptide Redemption. Hey, man, thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Gronk was an interesting story. He retired. He went to the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
He was a host for WrestleMania, threw Vince McMahon off like a 14-foot stage, 70-year-old Vince McMahon. And then comes out of retirement when Brady moves on.
Yes.
Interesting character, that guy.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I got to find that menu, man. It's probably worth something because it's probably got the date on it from 1999 or 2000, whenever his rookie year was. I got to find that menu. Everyone's saying when drinks with Pam. Everybody wants to go to SoCal and drink with Pam.
You just wait. Pam's going to have a MOASS after the MOASS.
Oh, my God.
Because all the rich people are going to want to buy places through Pam. That's the person they're going to trust. She's going to clean house.
Yep. Super 7 says, I can't wait for MOASS to come to the States to eat my fave dish at Outback, Alice Springs chicken. All right, Super 7, I'm going to tell you something. There is a garlic cheese stuffed chicken at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse that is off the hook. If you are a big fan of Alice Springs chicken, Ruth's Chris beats that to the pulp with their chicken. It's unbelievable. Liz is looking for people coming to California. I mean, Pam's looking for people to come into California. Doxino says, why Aaron did not buy what Cohen did, buy 100,000 shares. Doc, you'd have to talk to AA about that. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Someone say, hey, King. Oh, Corey's asking something to Pantheon. Corey says, oh, wait. I think Pam could maybe move things. When I go to select the comment in the chat, can she override and put hers up or no? So I think she's doing that. Pantheon, Jesse Ventura did a visit with his conspiracy show to WWE with a 33rd degree Freemason emblem on his biker coat. Did you know that?
No, I don't watch Jesse Ventura's conspiracy show.
Does he still have that?
I don't know.
Let's see. Sounds good. I'll come visit you after MOASS. Harry Parrott says, oh, fancy rich. I used to work there, bro. I didn't eat there normally. That was a job.
I like this Harry Parrott.
Oh, Corey said was a question. Wasn't a question. It was a comment to you, Pantheon.
Yeah, I like Harry Parrott. He's got some good witty comments. I like this guy.
Yes, he is really good. We have a lot of comedians in here. A lot of slapstick comedians. Pam says she has complete control of the channel. As long as Oh my God, thank you. I'll try. Have Roos Chris here. Never hit the mighty. Where are you, Super 7? That you don't have a Roos Chris? Oh, you
Diaz.
have a Roos Chris. What's that?
Diaz.
Oh
You
yeah,
just had it
yeah.
up there. Smash a like. Oh man.
He's a good
Well
guy.
played, Diaz. Well
Diaz
played.
is the man. Maggie May says AA cannot buy now or sell now. It would be insider trading. He can't buy or sell during a squeeze, right? Is that correct, Pantheon? Legally?
What I don't think anybody here could correct me. You've got some pretty smart people in here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe there's any rule or regulation that says you can't buy or sell stock during the squeeze, because give me the definition of the SEC of an actual squeeze. Are we in that definition right now? I don't know. There is
Yeah, I
no
don't think
definition
so.
of that. So, but I think it's more a matter of the perception. If it looks like Adam Aaron is selling, if he's coming out with tweets about popcorn and Batman and chess and all that stuff, and then he's selling into a big fast rise, that's something that then the hedge funds will come back and say, who can we sue to get recoup some of this money? And that's the kind of people they'll start targeting, is the company and the executives who sold into that. So I don't think it's necessarily a rule that says you can't sell during a short squeeze. I think it's more a matter of, do you want to get sued? If you do want to get sued, go ahead and sell into something like this and make it look like you were benefiting from it. They can't look like they're going to benefit from something that's not legal, right? And a coordinated retail short squeeze isn't legal. We just like the stock.
Exactly. We just like the stock. Responding to someone's comment. Okay. Someone said DS has old habits. Old habits die hard. Liz Clayman's whistle says he's lived in Sherman Oaks for the past 20 years, then Pasadena for 15 years. Liz, did you ever go to Sherman Oaks Mall? After the MOASS, Adrian says, I am writing to New Era and having them make me literally a tinfoil hat. Oh, man. Let's see. Samira says, but if AA cannot sell or buy, he can assign someone to do it on behalf of me. Like you scratch my back and I will scratch your back. Just like the hedgies do, just my thought. Yeah, but Samira, again, that's getting into the realm where he could get in serious trouble and get this stock delisted, right? I don't know. What
Yeah,
do you think, Pantheon?
what's he's sitting on, what, 50, 60, 70 plus $1 million?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
In fact, I would suggest, and I'll be getting comments back on this. I would suggest that AA has done more for AMC over the last 10, 12 months than Ryan Cohen has done verbally out there.
Yeah.
Obviously, the gag order obviously has an impact on that, but then Ryan Cohen has for GameStop in the last 10, 12 months. So I'm not going to say Adam Aaron hasn't done anything for us, and him not buying shares right now, he doesn't have to.
No. No.
He's fixing the company, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Stay focused on that. That's all I care about right now. Adrian saying, so Mass Pantheon, what would you say was the reason for today's green action? I think just the market responding overwhelmingly positive for the last couple of days. That's continued on. I think there's some FOMO. I think there are some people who are going to take some profits next couple of days. We'll see. I don't know, Pantheon, what do you attribute it to?
Well, Astro and Rico have some interesting theories about, as
Ooh.
certain moving averages cross over, it tricks
Ooh.
the algorithm into thinking it's time to buy versus time to sell. And they think that, and I might be oversimplifying this. I didn't watch their videos in depth, but what the gist I got of it was that there was something that triggered, and that was sort of a signal that Astro believes is a trigger for the algorithms to switch from sell mode to buy mode, and then triggered them to get into buying action. That they basically got fooled in a way. I don't know if that's accurate, but seems plausible, and he's a smart guy. I'll give him the
So,
benefit of the doubt.
yeah. Yeah. So, I heard, I think I was watching CSI's video yesterday, and he was saying that on Monday at 12:30, The algorithm got tricked or something. Something happened to the algorithm at 12:30 on Monday. Something either I don't know if he said tricked or tripped it. Maybe someone in the chat knows that watches CSI all the time what he was saying about the algo.
Sounds like those guys are all on the same page then, from what I've been hearing then.
Love you too, Jamie. Thanks, man. I'll see you soon. That sounds like something.
As long as Pam is not here.
Yeah, people have been fed up. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we need some FOMO, right? I mean, we need some volume. We need all of the intangibles at once, kind of. Kind of the exact perfect storm we saw back in June. That whole lead up between, the second week in April until June 3rd. Okay, incognito. The Massalorian. Oh my god, I told you all this. It has to do with the 200 EMA. Are we about to cross over?
He has been saying that, incognito.
Yeah.
Yep.
The price drop triggered it. That's what he says. The price drop triggered it. King Joey the Ape says. Okay, Joey, thank you. Fire King 30 says, a Massalorian new to your stream and was curious. What are my thoughts on DRS? I think it's as far as we go, as far as using any of this to help us with like share counts or any of that. I don't think, I mean, how many things have we seen come along and go? We can't get organized for anything. That's why everyone keeps asking about the paper certificates. It's like we can't organize even 500 people to come on a live stream. How will we ever do that for 4 million individual investors or however many we have now? Incognito says the 200 EMA crossed up 30 minutes and then the 4-hour. Okay, so what does that mean then, Incognito? Are we looking now based off of the algo, according to what CSI is talking about, not TMI? What is his assumption? So where is he like saying that we're going to land on Friday? Is he predicting a Friday number that we can be sure is going to come in pretty close to? Apes vs. Wall Street said you registered for the town hall. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I'm still unfortunately the person who I'm speaking with is not getting back to me, which sucks, but someone who can get us in touch with AA.
People think that's Trey.
People think that?
Yeah, I think you're talking to Trey. At least that's the commentary I'm getting.
Yeah.
I have no. I just said I have no idea. I have never
Oh,
asked you
have I
who it
not
is, and
talked to you
it's
about this?
no. And I said it's none of my business who you're talking to
Oh,
about it.
okay. I'll tell you when we get off. CSI makes moonshine as well, David says. Now that's my kind of man. Someone
Moonshine
needs.
and ice cream.
Yep. And donuts. Someone needs to retweet
Sorry,
the DOJ. Yeah, I
donuts.
was
Right,
gonna
not
say
ice cream. Donuts. That's right.
about that Ali dude to tweet the DOJ. Yeah, right. To forward that to, we should put it right on their Twitter page.
When I was in college, I made homemade wine, and it was the hooch, man. It ended up being like 3 times more powerful. This
Yeah,
stuff
my
was.
parents did too. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I got no beef with anyone that makes moonshine.
Yeah,
That
they used
wine was
to.
basically moonshine. Whew.
Yeah, it was pretty strong, and they used to make 2 50-gallon big oak barrels full of wine in the spring. It was pretty wild. Actually, in the fall. In the fall. Tell Pam to mass. LOL. All right, Abe. Sounds good. Let's see. We're getting a mix here, like AMC questions and all kinds of stuff. Second beauty pageant was at Sherman Oaks Mall Gallerias, Miss California. Fifth pageant was Miss California. After that, I got burned out. Running 2 business modeling. Wow, that's
Damn.
crazy.
Well
Nice,
done, Liz.
nice job. My mom tried out for Miss Massachusetts, and what year was it? Maybe 71. I think she came in second place. Let's see. I made mooch in prison. I peed in Kenny's pool says, Kenny, me and you were all good, right, bro? I was lucky enough to catch Pantheon in his only video of face revealing. Oh, Adrian, you were one of the lucky ones, huh?
Has your eyes recovered? Are you okay,
Yeah, I
my
was
friend?
gonna say, are you do you
I
have
like Adrian.
glaucoma now, or what happened?
He's been in
Um,
3 straight, Pantheon radio streams. Adrian's
nice,
one of my good supporters. Yeah.
nice. Chat and just I pull back to 1880 or 1828. Okay, cool. Write that down. By the way, Liz Kleeman. So, my ex in college out in California worked at the Sephora in Sherman Oaks Mall for like 5 years. Okay. I don't know if you know that Sephora, but
You asking me? Yeah,
no,
I
Liz
oh,
Kleeman's whistle is in the chat, and she said she
gonna
lives
say,
in Sherman Oaks.
I've got a wife, I know what Sephora is.
Oh, you know what Sephora is, right? Do you know what they got that? You know where they got that name from? Sephora.
I just know that it's there and she's been there, and that's as much as I know about it.
So Sephora was the hottest daughter that the gentleman in Egypt had when Moses left Egypt and he went out to the desert. Pharaoh abolished him. The daughter there of the Midianites, the hottest one was Sephora.
Huh,
Yeah,
good name.
yeah. That's why I know you're probably a Pats fan. I'm a Jets fan, but can you believe how bad? No, man, I can't. I can't. That was a terrible, terrible move. And they got rid of, I think, a good head coach, man. I think he still had some run in him. He was awesome here. Myself says, I'm sorry to be a party pooper, but in my opinion, the town hall will be nothing more than an over glorified stream. Yeah, there's a lot of different opinions on there, right? I
Well,
respect everyone's opinion. I'm trying to
can I
help
talk
out.
about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'll go ahead and finish. I interrupted you.
I was just gonna say, I'm just trying to help out other creators who come up with ideas, just like John came up with the video challenge. CSI wants to do the town halls, so I'm just trying to use whatever connections I've made over the last year that maybe some of the other creators haven't made, to try to reach out to other people to help them along with the process, whatever they're trying to get done. Go ahead, Pantheon.
So I've was asked last night in the stream from Brenda if I'd be willing to help her and CSI try and figure out how to get this thing off the ground, and I responded yes. Now here's the thing, guys. Is this town hall going to necessarily be the golden solution? Is Adam Aaron going to come? Are we going to get enough people? Is Adam Aaron going to tell us anything more than he did in the Q4 earnings call? We don't know the answers to that. But let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say Adam Aaron comes and he can't say anything more than he's already said because the lawyers tell him you can't say anything more, right? We're just not going to put you in that position, Adam, and you can't put the company in that position. But this could be a part of telling this bigger story. All of us people doing YouTube, like Massalorian, myself, we're basically archiving the history of what's happening on this play, on this short squeeze. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we're not going to see anything like this again in our lives. So these pieces of documentation are important because the fact that we've got John Stewart making a video on it, we've got all of these first time AMC YouTube creators jumping in, making their first video that the Massalorian is going to compile together into a great little archived system that can go out to people like um, who's the dude from Fox? Charles Payne. It can go to John Stewart. It can go to Adam Aaron, and then on top of that, now you've also got this other piece of all these apes coming together, trying to establish a town hall meeting and get Adam Aaron there to show him what we actually care about, what we want to talk about, and express ourselves to him beyond just tweets. So even if it doesn't result in something amazing happening by itself, it is part of an amazing story that we're building together. And I think it's an important part of this. So I think this is something we should support. And even if it doesn't result in what we're hoping that it does result in, it's going to add to the story. And I think if you compile that together and give that to someone like a Charles Payne, he's going to run with that stuff. That's my perspective on it.
Yeah, so I was thinking about doing a poll and putting on like 5 or 6 different entities that we could send it to, and then whatever the community votes on, we'll take like the top 3 and send them to the top 3, however everyone votes, because I want everyone to be able to get in on this. D, good evening. How are you tonight? D's in the house. Hi, Massalorian. Pantheon's on the line with me, D, just so you know. Adrian says, my wife is from the Philippines. She currently works in Kuwait, so I know how LDRs work. Adrian, does she speak Filipino? Because I'm trying to get some I'm trying to get some people from the countries out in the South Pacific or Asia to get on the video montage. So let me know. And Nick, I'm from Boston proper. Dr. Henry Sr., good evening. Brian, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you, man. Fire King 3.0 says, are we more bullish on AMC or GME? I'm probably right about the same on them. I don't know. What about you, Pantheon?
I think they're both fantastic plays. I think they're both going to pop, and I think they're both going to make a hell of a lot of money for the people that hold those shares. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
made a decision to be an AMC holder. I do not hold any GME. It's not because I don't believe in GME. It's not because I don't think GME is going to do some pretty amazing things. I just made a call. But if I was in GME as opposed to AMC, I'd still feel just as good, and I'd be sitting here saying the same things most likely. They're both amazing plays, and they're both going to pay off.
Yeah, I actually wish I had bought more GME when it was just down, but I've been saving that money for AMC. So, I had to make a decision on that. But I'm definitely an AMC guy. We'll put it that way. But I do have a small GME position. Myself says, isn't the town hall my best? See what the earnings calls are. Yeah, myself. Yeah. So we wanted to try to get a dialogue going, right, with or a representative from there. It's just from everything I've heard, they are really shutting down on doing anything with the investors right now past what they are currently doing.
And the
Diaz
intent of
says,
it is the Q4 earnings call is something AMC controls, and they decide what questions come up and how that gets
correct.
handled, right? We're
Correct.
trying to take some control into our hands to say we're going to set the agenda and we're going to have the topics of conversation and we're going to have Jackson Hunter start the presentation, and that's what we're trying to do is take some control and show
Yep.
Adam that we're here not just to sit back.
Right. Yep. I just wanted to make the connection for CSI, and then I know he asked to hold on this channel, which I will still do, and I would I would host it, no problem. I don't want to do too much of the speaking, but I wouldn't mind hosting it just to keep, everything in line and changing around all this. But I just don't know if he's gonna agree to do it is the problem. Adrian says, yes, Massalorian. She's fluent in English, Arabic, Tagalog, and Ilocano. Ilocano. All right. So, Adrian, so English we got that covered pretty good. I got a lot of English entries. But Arabic or Tagalog would be awesome. Tagalog is from I believe is African, correct? Tagalog? Or it might be actually South Pacific. Actually, I think Tagalog is South Pacific. I'm not sure which country. Liz says, if you have not pounded the like button, get on it, you heathens. England, Italy, Germany, Portugal, Spain, etc. Full AMC. Everybody's all AMC across Europe, huh? PCS, formerly known as Peter C. I'm confused. Is this a mass live stream with Pantheon, or is this Pantheon Radio with mass? That's a good question.
Oh, that's an easy
It's a little
question.
of both.
I am
No?
Robin to the Massalorian's Batman.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Until we switch streams. Philippines. Okay, so Tagalog is spoken in the Philippines. Beautiful. Yeah, man. If someone could help me out with that, I'd love to get some different languages on the montage with translations, with subtitles. Samira says, how about Swahili? Yeah. Yes, please. I want to get someone from the African continent, someone from Europe, someone from New Zealand, Australia, which I think we're working on a couple people, the Philippines, Thailand. David asks, how popular is AMC in Europe anyways? If we got anyone from Europe in the chat, Dave is wondering. I know I have a lot of subs on this channel from the Netherlands, from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, England,
We confirmed
Germany.
last night there's just under 30,000 individual AMC holders in Sweden.
30,000 in Sweden. Wow.
Just under 30,000 individual retail shareholders in Sweden alone.
Of
Gentlemen
AMC.
confirmed that on AMC. Yep,
Wow.
confirmed that last night.
30,000 retail investors in Sweden. It's amazing. American Trader says, Massalorian, I got the back cave. Yeah, I was just talking about that. I might have to be moving, Pantheon. Apes vs. Wall Street says, yes. So as far as the Filipino Tagalog, that would be amazing if someone could get that started, get that wheel turning. The Last Kingdom on Netflix, that was good. The Last Kingdom. That sounds familiar. I feel like I've watched that. I don't remember what it is now. Sean says I speak Ebonics. We'll take Ebonics. California, Lupe says Africa and some hurting with Tonga and more right now. I know there's so much going on and so many civil wars in Africa right now. Tagalog, the way you said it is funny, Mass. That's how I was brought up saying it. Azores, Portugal. Yeah, Portugal in the house. Mario, can you please make a video for me in Portuguese, my friend? Please. I would love to have someone from Portugal on there. By the way, are you near Nazarene, Mario? That's on the MOASS bucket list when this is over. Tagalog, Natalie says, is pronounced ta-ga-lipig. Tagalipig. Oh, I was way off. Okay. Tagalipug. Tagalipug. All right. Learn something every day, right, Pantheon?
That's right.
Let's see. I'm watching the final episodes of The Last Kingdom on Netflix. Had to pause for my crush. Thanks, Liz. What is it, Liz? What is The Last Kingdom again? I feel like I've seen that before. It's not about the Vikings. The Last Kingdom. Shit. I think I've watched that. Julie, let's see. Adrian says he speaks Texan. Riptide Redemption says, I'm naming my boat Riptide Redemption. I like it. I like it. I got my name already put out for the boat. I picked it out last night. Okay, now Pam's correcting me. She's saying Tagalo. So I got Tagalapug or Tagalo. Natalie is saying this is how it's pronounced, and Pam is saying something different. And I'm not sure. Pig Latin? No, we gotta skip that. We gotta skip that. Is it true? Ali asks, is it true Adam Aaron sold 2 million shares today and will hit on Friday, causing the price to come down? Ali, where did you hear that, my friend?
Let me go look at the NASDAQ.
Old Doge 333 says, what's happening with the ideas getting retail representation on the board you and Tony mentioned last week? So Old Doge, we were trying to find out if there was any way that you could do that. But the problem is because the amount of individual retail investors that hold AMC, there is no one thing that could unify us and make us an entity combined that would allow someone from our group to go onto the board. Like it's different with Cohen, right? When he just got on the board with Bed Bath, because he bought 22% of the company, or however much it was, 9% at once. And we would have to, like, we were thinking that you'd have to have like some kind of union, right? Or a nonprofit organization. And that's the last thing that we're trying to figure out is, can you make it a nonprofit if you're trying to make profit from the stock market, which I just don't think, but we're looking into it.
So
Go ahead.
that I can say that's FUD. Adam Aaron, wherever you heard that, Ali, it's bad information that you've heard. First off, Adam Aaron doesn't have 2 million shares. He's got options exercisable into shares that are not exercised yet at this point. and he doesn't have 2 million actual shares. He would have to file that to transfer to be exercised. Some of it's not even eligible until next year. And there's nothing filed under the Form 4s of the SEC, which would have to be filed 2 days before he would be able to sell. So we'd be able to see that now. So if it's going to happen on Friday. So I would say
Right.
at this point, Mr. Ali, I think there's some bad information out there. If you could let us know where you heard that, that would be helpful.
Yeah, if you have somewhere to pass on where you saw that, that would help. Liz Clayman's Whistle says it's a fight between Christians and the Danes to conquer all the. Okay, that's with not Asterfell. Um, yeah, the Kings there and Harold Hadrada and the Vikings, right? Pretty sure. And it's like a more historically accurate Game of Thrones. Liz, did you watch Game of Thrones? Other way around, elites hold governors and world hostage. Adrian, what part of SA? My grandparents live 5 minutes from Sac. KYP says FUD. And he said he's in it with US and he's not selling anymore. He's in it with us and he's not selling anymore. KYP says. It sounds good, girl. I don't want him selling anymore. That's for sure. Adrian, I believe that the G in Tagalog is silent. Okay, so it looks like maybe we had some misspellings. Here we go. Here we go. Pam might have it. My first finance was Filipino, so I know Tagalog is pronounced T's Tagalo. Tagalo. All right. Tagalo. Corey said that Julie's mind has all of a sudden gone to the gutter after midnight. I don't know what happened. Game of Thrones, that's where I was supposed to propose to the wife. She was on the Iron Throne. That's pretty awesome if that's true. Hammer, good night, my friend. Have a good night. Have a good night. Boss Blunts from Chris says, is a god among mere mortal apes. Yeah, I like Boss. Seems like a good guy. Last Kingdom is a ripoff of Viking, says Harry Parrott. Jeez. Samira says, Mass, on Monday morning, AA tweeted something on Twitter I did not understand and claim he was trying to say any idea. I believe he was talking about eating crow and something to do with the mines. Pantheon, do you remember exactly what his tweet was Monday?
Yeah, I'll pull it up and repeat it word for word. But what he was getting at was those who doubted us and say the mine investment is a bad deal. Not only are you guys going to eat it, but you're going to eat crow as well, something to that
Right.
effect. But I found that to be an interesting tweet because here we go. I'm pulling it up now because there's not going to be anything from the mine in the short term that made sense to me to put out a tweet that says you're all going to eat crow. That's something you would say when you've got something that's about to hit, right?
Up your sleeve. Yeah.
Right. Like I wouldn't say something I've planned for a year from now or 2 years from now is haha, you're going to be eating crow. Okay, well I'll count down the next 365 days waiting for that. What he tweeted was so amusing. Narrow minded call our Highcroft investment stupid, idiotic. AMC so understands how to raise cash and stretch out debt. Eric Sprott understands gold and silver. Add in a very low price for our shares and warrants. Tons of crow eating ahead, and it won't be by me. Hashtag haha. And a picture that says eat crow. To eat crow is to be humiliated and shamed after being shown to be wrong or to be forced to admit one's error and be publicly shamed as a result. Personally, I would like to see him do a tweet like this after he's actually sat down and explained to everybody
What
why
he's
he
doing, his
invested
plan
in it
is.
and what new technology they've got that's going to pull these little fragments of gold out, that's better than the technology we have today, and what
Now,
scanning they've done to actually find more deposits. I mean, that's the kind of nugget, pardon my pun, that I'm trying to waiting for him to pull up and then say, "Suck it," right?
yep. Yep. Yes. Um, can one of the modders possibly go in and make Diaz a mod for me so I don't lag on this or drop anyone or anything? I'm just nervous about leaving here and not being able to get back in. Um, Corey says Crow is Canadian. Bird of Death. I also worked at Ripley's and dusted off Brandon Lee's jacket from The Crow. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's in
It's
relation to
pretty
First
cool.
Nations beliefs with the crow.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I,
Okay.
I I do hospital projects here. They have to be open to all people, and so we have to make sure when people use animals as representation for wayfinding, that there's certain animals you can't use based on what First Nations groups are in the area, right? Because
Right.
some mean death, some mean your spirit moving on, etc. So a lot of different pieces of the puzzle you got to kind of concern yourself with to be sensitive to people.
Only I can add him as a mod? That's true, Pam? So I added all you guys as mods at some point? Give me some contact info to go over the details. Yeah, Adrian, as soon as you make the video, send me the video, and then I'll need a translation written down so I can go and type it in the editing studio software and put it in. Okay, yeah, so
I'm
Pam's gonna
having a
email
really
me the steps, man. So, Diaz, I
sorry.
will get on it tonight or tomorrow, and you'll be on for the next, live stream. I'm just nervous about dropping everyone, bro. Oh, we're gonna have to talk, Liz Kleeman. I'm tired of the lack of transparency all around everything. I know. I know. I wish someone would just put a Twitter response out that says, "We're about to squeeze, bitches. Hang on." Like that's all I want Adam Aaron to tweet, or Ryan Cohen or someone just about to say, we're just about to take off. So buckle up. Other than that, if they said nothing, we might be better off. There's so much confusion all the time. James, good evening. Why doesn't anybody collab? Sean says, "Good evening, Sean." With Bigums, his DD is awesome. So, Sean, I think he's one of the only people I don't have contact information for. So,
Bigums works
um,
behind the scenes with a lot of people. He's tied in. He's worked with Tony on stuff. He's tied in with Boss Blunts. I'm in his Discord. Like he's tied into a lot of people, and he shares information with a lot of people. Yeah, it'd be fantastic to get him on a live stream with some of the group here. That would be
yeah,
great.
for sure.
He's had some things he's been dealing with lately, from my understanding.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, so like I'll hit him up in his Discord and try and get him on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Still with Stock Swinger, same thing. I guess he's having some family issues right now. Corey says DMX last ride, rough riders. I never met the apes. This is true. Never met the apes. Corey, we must be about the same age. HYMC, Chris says, is heavily shorted. It's like GME before GME. Is HYMC heavily shorted right now? What's the short interest on it?
Extremely high.
Really?
Cam pulled that off for me. Let me see if I can find that note. That was a few days back. Let me see if I can find that. It's higher than us.
Looks like
Higher than AMC.
43.18%,
That sounds right.
according to FINRA. So it's probably more about 60 to 70 if we go by what West Christian says.
Yeah, add a
And
couple
then it's probably
decimals to that.
double. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Someone said, Fred said, Mass, do you realize how much lithium is discovered out west? So I know there's a ton of it they found out in like the Badlands area of Utah and Nevada. That's like right under the surface, but there's a bunch of environmental things you got to take into consideration with that. Pam says, Pam. Is that Pam with a D at the end? Pammed. Do you want me to ask AMC Biggins to come here? Hey, he and I DM on Twitter. Yeah, I'd like to get every creator on at least once, right? Just to talk with them and see if we hit it off.
You can ask Bigums about his pre-screening call he did with Al before he decided I'm not going to talk to this moron.
Yeah, I would love to put
Ask him
that
about
story.
that.
Yeah, I would love to put that on here. Yeah,
That's how
Pam.
real
Yeah,
Bigums is. He's real,
yeah,
man.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that conversation. Liz said, should mods get tips on Cash App? Should mods get tips on Cash App? How would we do that, Liz? And would that come from the creators? Probably, right? We should be helping you guys out. CND Moose says, Are you close to Carey Price hometown? Thanks, Mercy, California. Are you, Pantheon?
He's from British Columbia, I believe. I'm
Okay.
not sure what his hometown is. Give me one sec. I thought he was over on one of the islands.
I know that oh my god, my favorite Bruins player.
Unless he was born in Vancouver, then that would then the answer would be yes. He grew up in Anaheim Lake, BC. So, give me a sec. I'll look that up.
No. Oh, Liz is saying no from sub Cindy logged in Cash App. Yeah, Liz, I don't know. Oh, I know what Cash App is. That's to transfer money, right? I don't know how we set that up, Liz. You'd have to figure that out with Pam and everyone. I don't know how we would do that. I'll help you guys if I can. I just don't know. I don't know anything about that. I barely know anything about YouTube. You guys see me. I don't know shit.
No,
Where's
I'm nowhere's near where he's from. That's like an 11-hour drive to get there.
okay?
Yeah, he's way up north. That's where he was born, anyways. That's a
Natalie the
remote
Trader
community.
is in the comments. Natalie, good evening.
And so is CSI. Hello, CSI.
CSI's in here too. Hey, CSI.
I guess some.
Patrice Bergeron. No. No. My favorite player back in the day was oh my god.
Tell me it was Cam Neely.
When I was younger, yes. Obviously Cam, right? But for like the last when they won the Stanley Cup. Oh my god, I can't believe
Brad
I can't remember
Marchand?
the guy. No. He's from
Tuukka
Vancouver.
Rask
He's from Vancouver.
from the Bruins?
Yep. And I can't
I'll-
think of his name right now.
I'm going to sleuth this one for you.
He's his cousin is like good friends with my ex in Vancouver, and I can't think of his name right now. God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this.
Let's see. Patrice Bergeron's from Quebec. Jake DeBrusk from Alberta. Jeremy Lauzon from Quebec. Brad Marchand from Nova Scotia. So how long ago was this? Nick Ritchie's from Ontario.
This is when they won the Stanley Cup Finals, so 2011.
2011. Oh, okay. I'll sleuth this one.
I can't believe I can't remember the guy's name right now, and this is like so embarrassing.
Milan Lucic.
Milan. Yes.
Milan, yeah.
Milan Lucic. Yeah.
He's
Milan.
still playing, right? He's with the
Yeah,
Flames,
and
I think.
Meatslav.
Or...
Yeah. Him and his cousin are from right outside of Langley, I believe. Yeah,
Man,
they
he's
own a
big.
gym out there. Let's see. Milan Lucic. See, people had it in the chat way before. Someone said Trevor Linden. Good guess. Good guess. Trevor Linden. Where's CSI? I didn't see his comment. I saw Natalie was in the chat.
He's got another one responding to Adrian Fernandez saying not tonight. Let's see.
What? No Bud
he
Ice
said,
CSI?
I'm here making coffee. And he said something about the plunge protection team.
CSI did.
Yep. I've seen 3 comments from CSI. Hello, my friend.
Natalie says the best of the best. We just need Phil for real. Yeah, Phil's a tough one to get locked down. He's got a lot going on. Lucic. Yes, Sean. Thank you, Sean Ogilvy. Milan Lucic. Because he could score, he could fight, he could play D. He was just good.
He was a throwback to the old Wendell Clark, Cam Neely types, you know?
Yeah, that's why I loved me. That's why I loved him. Yeah.
He was a threat on every aspect.
Yep. I got I should give this to you, Pantheon. I got this old Maple Leafs jersey with the fight strap and everything. Okay, Common Sense Investor is in here. He's shelling all his shares at 12:30 on Monday. That was a hell of a move, CSI. Way to fuck yourself out of $6 a share, $8 a share.
Don't anybody say he doesn't have a sense of humor. Well played.
No, no, no. Bobby's
Notice
got
the
a sense of humor.
quotations, people. Please don't take that as a serious statement. He's
Yeah, he's
messing with you.
joking, obviously. He's making
Yeah,
fun of Blue Icy and what's the other guy's name?
I
Gorilla
don't know.
Meat?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Some kind of
Backyard
pasta. I don't know.
Amarillo Slim, whatever his name is. Let's see. Oh, Natalie's trying to play catch up on AMC news. All right, Natalie, so we can get you caught up with some things. Out for a while. Nothing surprises you anymore. So, let's see. What can we sort that's fact from fiction? AA is not selling 2 million shares. Teddy Zayn said the squeeze was yesterday on AMC. What else? What else have we gone over chat since we got a blue
I think
slushy?
the guy
Sorry.
from New York's taking credit for having told us this was coming, even
Yes,
though even though on Friday his friend was telling people that he
to
was going to
sell
sell on
on
Monday and
Monday.
that people should sell if they needed to pay their rent. And yet
Right.
on Wednesday, the guy from New York is saying he told us that this was happening
This was
now.
gonna
He
happen.
called it.
Yeah.
So yeah, put those synapses firing together and tell me that makes bloody sense. But
Yep. Yep.
we're not here to bash.
No, not here to bash. We're just here to update Natalie. That's all.
Oh,
He was a hitter. He would check this shit out of people. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he smashed people up, and he would drop the gloves at no problem. Even though he was a sniper, he could still drop the gloves and wreck you. Liz, not money advice. How you doing tonight, man? Mass options expert Tyler Wilson states if we AMC locks in at 2001. Okay, so someone mentioned this earlier, and I wrote it down to go watch this video, I guess. That a gamma squeeze would cause the MOASS rocket juice. Do I agree? So what do you think about this? Have you heard about this Pantheon at all? Tyler Wilson's video today? This is
I
like the third person that's brought it up.
Yeah, I don't watch Tyler Wilson. I remember back in the early days of AMC where he basically threw his hands up and said he was giving up on the stock, and then he
Yeah, I remember.
basically
That's what I
he,
remember.
he basically laid out a perfect class in how to destroy your YouTube channel in about 24 hours.
Yeah.
He is an options guy, and I'm not saying that he's stupid or anything. I just since that happened, I've never given him the time of my time of day to my time's too precious. He is an options guy. That is his forte. So if he's talking about the options chain, that's something I would say he definitely would know what he's talking about, right?
Yeah. That's what
But
people are saying in the
when
chat. Yeah.
when when you say sell your shares and day trade or I'm sold, I'm out, when people say that, I'm done with you. I'm just there's no going back for me on that. I don't doubt that he is smart incognito. But you know, I said this last night in my stream. If you get to the point where you want to quit, or if you get to the point where you need to sell your shares to pay your rent or some kind of big deal, you do what you have to do. But you don't need to tell everybody about it because what does that accomplish?
Who gives a shit, first of all? Who
No.
gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Why are you getting on making a video talking about that your friends made a bunch of money on Monday and everyone is jealous? Nobody gives a
Or
shit.
in Tyler's case where he said he was done with the play, like that
Oh, no,
didn't
I
help.
wasn't talking about him, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I was just trying to clarify that because this incognito said Tyler's smart. I bet he is smart. I don't doubt that at all. Tony, he's back from the he hit the rodeo today, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, they had a concert tonight.
He's just popped in. Hello, Tony.
Is he in the chat right now? He
I
was
think he was
earlier too.
watching Boys to Men tonight, wasn't he?
He was seeing Sean and Puffy and all of them. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take you back, man. That's cool stuff.
Yep. It's so hard to say goodbye. Is that the last song they played, Tony, when you were walking out? I don't know.
Or the end of the
Him
road.
saying good evening, Tony. Tony, Liz Clean. Now it's this is really a nightmare. When celebrities come in, it's really aggravating for the host and the guest, I tell you. Did you see I put Pam's thing in the video the other night?
I did.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
She popped in my live stream last night, but I was about 15 minutes behind catching up to the comments. So I think she'd gone to bed by the time I hit hers. But I
No,
noted that not only was she in your video, but you let her hit in the final spot so that she
I
had the
did. I
most
gave her
impact.
yeah, let's go AMC. Yeah, she might be the closing of the whole actual video that I send out.
There you go.
I need a real good "Let's go AMC" Pam, like heartfelt, maybe a tear, I don't know, something. Um, CSI saying, "Oh, it wasn't hard to tell my ex bye, LOL." When people brag on YouTube about all the money they make, I don't believe them. People lie. Yeah, I mean, like, if I was first of all, I wouldn't give two shits to come on and tell everyone on YouTube that my friends made money. Not me. My friends made money, and I want you to know. I'm gonna put a video out to let you know about it. Not me. My friends made money. Let's just make a video for that one purpose to get that message out.
And let's not acknowledge the point that if anybody who wasn't in a good financial situation took that advice to heart and sold on Monday, they're sitting there right now. Not that, time may not get them back to a price potentially, but they're sitting there right now kicking themselves saying, if I were to buy back when the funds clear, yeah, I'm taking a lesser position and I'm resetting my capital gains. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who made money? Tony says. I don't know. I heard it was the rodeo clowns that made money. Somebody going doodle chasing a bull. I think that's the person that claims they made money
Let's see here.
because we ain't selling till MOASS. That's right.
That's right.
Eric Petronas.
Trust me, bro, my friends made money. I mean, we don't know who they are. We don't know how much money. What did they invest in? It's just random conjured statements that just flop out of his mouth on a constant time schedule.
That's where I want to see people like Tony and people like Froggy get more subs and get more viewers because these are people that are going to be honest with you. Like they'll walk you through what they're doing. They'll admit where things are going good, where things are going wrong. They're going to be honest with you. And I mean, that's what people should be looking for. Not
Yeah,
the
I'd rather
yeah.
be honest and boring than exciting and then have people come in looking for me, 2 days after I said something's gonna happen and it doesn't, and they bank on that. They make a financial decision based off of my fuddiness. Incognito says, "I make money most days." A lot of people do, Incognito, I'm not saying that, but I don't see you getting onto Twitter and saying, "Hey, everyone, take a minute and watch this video while I explain to you how my friends made money." On what? I don't know. How much? I have no idea. What did they buy? When did they sell? I know he won't even say his name in the videos anymore. He's trying to separate himself. Let's see. Since Teddy Zane asked, oh yeah, Tony, did the shorts cover today? Because Super Seven said you were brought up in Teddy's video that said that you and well, that he said that yesterday and today was the squeeze for AMC, was the MOASS. And I guess your name was in the video. Did you know that, T? Um, some people still thinks Pam's about. Some people thought that I didn't like Natalie up until a couple weeks ago because I said she was a bot. Okay, Pantheon. You ready to go now, friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign off at this point. I'm scheduled. I pushed it back an hour. I've got 7 minutes. I'm gonna reboot the system and get everything up and running so I'm not late tonight.
Yeah, I said 12:15. It's 5 minutes to 1 now, so,
Ah, we're good. This has been
I'm not gonna
fun.
be up at 4:30, I guess. I have to be up at 4:30. I don't have a chance. Okay, so let me let you go, Pantheon, and so, you're going on what, in 15 minutes?
7 minutes. I'll be on
7
at 10,
minutes.
10 o'clock Pacific. I'll be ready to go.
Okay, so alright, so what do you wanna say to the, crew tonight? Come over to my channel in 5 minutes? How's that?
Not even that. Like, if anybody wants to continue shooting the breeze, having some fun, pop over. If not, that's cool too. It's called Pantheon Radio. I'm just basically taking the night shift. That's an open slot, and we're talking some AMC. I've got a list of things. I've got a whole agenda to go through tonight, and then we're just gonna chill. We talk about movies, music, food, all kinds of fun stuff. Right? It's a chill session.
Yep.
It's like you've had all day to get all that AMC craziness out of your mind. So now we're just gonna chill and have some fun. It's a much smaller
All right.
crowd and it's more my pace.
CSI, have a good night, brother. Okay. Yeah, David, good night. All right, Panther. So let me let you go so you can run over there, bro.
Alrighty.
And I'm sure
Thank you,
you'll get a lot of
Massalorian.
peeps coming over. Thanks, man, for coming on.
Have a good
Appreciate
night.
you. Yep, you too. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna close out this chat, and that way, you guys can go right over to Pantheons and keep talking if you want to keep talking. But I got to get a couple hours of sleep before pre-market, and right now it's 1, so it's like 3.5 hours. I'll answer a couple more questions though. Um, hold on. Someone just said, "Hey, Massa, did my video. Check it out for your John Wick sniping challenge." Okay, Apes, I will check that out. I got a whole list of people that sent me emails. And some people are gonna do some translations for me. Wall Street. I will do that, man. Yeah, I'm taking any submissions up until midnight on Friday. So, yeah, T, definitely go watch that video from Teddy Zayn. Pam says, I need to sleep too, but we'll stop by Pantheon before you turn in. Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing, Pam. I'll probably just stop in and give him some support. Julie, good night. Diaz, appreciate you guys. Sean PA says, sleep well. Liz, King Kong Investor says, have a good night, Massa. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You too, man. I hope we all make a lot of money with AMC. I hope we all crush it and we take these guys down and we fix the market going forward. That we cause such a stressful time period on the market right now that they just say we can never let this happen again and it's fixed. Mike, cheers to you too, man. Appreciate you. Julie, good night, hon. Tony says, okay, gotcha, T. Lizzie, stay frosty. You too. You too. Natalie says we need the MOASS so we all get to go back to long. Yeah. And sleeping in the morning, right? Yep, Natalie. Agreed. Richard, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by and supporting everyone. Appreciate you. Harry Parrott, work is tomorrow. Yeah, man. Gotta bounce. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by, brother. Leon. No need for sleep. Stacy, good night, sweetheart. Have a good night. Adrian, good night, man. Chris, Alex Jones is coming on at the end of July. It'll be the last week in July, somewhere around the 28th. Annie says, sweet dreams. Carl, good night. Pam, good night. Town Hall Talk. CSI, let's bring it over. Sean, PA. We talked about before you came on CSI. About, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. But we could talk about it on Pantheon's channel. Mike saying, go Broncos. James saying, good night. Natalie saying, hold. Zeno saying, his hedge crooks throw dog poop. Maggie May, good night. PS, good night. PCS, good night. Doc Henry, Apes, Dwayne. Man, there's a lot of you. James of AZ. 2 weeks? All right, sounds good. Alex is coming on. Backyard Boogie. I will take care of mods and all that in the next couple of days. I'll make sure I get you and Diaz. Backyard Boogie. That down. I'm going to have to get Pam or Natalie to hold my hand, or Liz, someone to hold my hand and walk me through it, I guess. Let's see. Kenny, have a good night, man. Okay, Backyard and Diaz. All right, so one of you guys, I will send an email to, either Liz or Natalie or Pam, whoever can help me. Good luck in pre-market. Brian says, yeah, guys, if you remember to smash the way out, if you liked the content tonight, that would be great. Tyler Wilson, if you're watching, good night. Yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight, man. Doc Zeno, have a good night. James, Stacia, Pammy. Okay, Pam, do that for me. Thanks, son. Appreciate you. Thank you. Liz, listen, I know the steps. I need someone to show me exactly where these things are. When you say settings on your YouTube channel, I'm like thinking of a knob or listen, I never said that I was some tech monster. Good night, Julie. Backyard Boogie. Have a good night. Chris, good night, man. Should you hit the dislike button just to help out the Aves, whatever blows your hair back, man. Whatever it takes. Carl, Kenny, Chris. We got 307 likes. That's amazing, guys. Thank you. By the way, it's incognito. Mediocre trader. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Tony, good night, man. Hope you had fun tonight. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for the Roost Chris chicken suggestions. We will feast soon. Yes, sir. We will, Super 7. Yes, we will. All right, guys. It's 1 o'clock exactly. Your looks make up for your lack of tech. Liz, if you better be careful, woman. I'm single right now. Just kidding. I bet they discovered lithium. I bet they did too, Fred. I bet they did too. Just got back to me. Boss just got back to me. He's interviewing Metzler in the morning. Okay, good to know. And what did he say? He said F Massalorian. He's like, I got Metzler. I don't need that Boston punk. I wonder if it's going to be a live stream. Wasted in America, Sandy. Good night. Taking off 91. And the John Boy joke is for us older peeps. Sounds good, Julie. MOASS incoming. Mark my words, Mass. What did that say? I bet they discovered lithium. We'll see. Did I ever hear of TD and shorting GME? Jeffrey's asking. No. TD and. I haven't, Jeff. Pip, good night. Kenny. Not money advice. By the way, YouTube San Bruno office. They do a lot for you. All right. That sounds good. I just need a female sidekick that can be doing all this. Mike, you're welcome, man. Thanks for coming by, guys. All right, so I would say head over to Pantheon's channel, right? If you guys want to keep talking to AMC or talking market, definitely go show some Pantheon some love, right? DS says he will post a video and for sure come on. All right, yeah, man. I've reached out to him a couple times, so I'd like to get him on. I think that would be an exciting live stream. Okay, guys, I'm signing off. It's 1:01. I hope everyone has a great night. Hopefully, we'll have some more price action headed north tomorrow. And I love all you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We are here to break the wheel. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.